to the loss of life of 3 people, and a few others are said to be injured. Well, exact figures for this is will have to wait. But yes, as also what we are being told is that police officials have reached the spot. They are right now have taken up rescue operations. They are trying to clear the way there in Guntur. So we'll have to wait for more details in this connection. But yes, shocking incident, and not the first one, because 2 days back also we had seen one similar incident had taken place in Nellore, and today it happened in Guntur.
In fact, what we will do is we'll stay on the story. We'll stay on the story and we'll try and get some reactions, because some of the reports that we are picking up in the newsroom, Aneri, is that the number of those victims, now the number of victims could be much higher than what is being reported. As of now, what we have as per reports is that 3 people have died in a stampede. We're trying to find out how many people are injured. On the right of your screen, that's what happened a few days ago in Nellore. So we'll just put a timestamp on it. On the right of your screen, that's the stampede in Nellore. That was on the 28th of December. And on the left of your screen, that's today's incident of Stampede, where reports are trickling in that 3 people have died. And some of the reports suggesting that the number of those injured could be much higher. While we wait for some of those updates to come in from Guntur in Andhra Pradesh, we'll also try and connect with some of the leaders of the TDP and see if we can get them on the phone line. Very disturbing images are coming in from Guntur in Andhra Pradesh. Very similar, the images to what we saw a few days back in Nellore. Tragic incident from another rally of Chandrababu Naidu, the TDP chief. It's the second public rally where there's been a tragedy and a loss of lives. The last time it happened, in fact, a few ministers in Andhra Pradesh even went on record to say that there should be action taken against Chandrababu Naidu for the Stampede deaths. And we're trying to get more details on what happened here. Do we have more details on whether the public rally began? Was he about to speak? Did it complete? What do we know about the event itself, Aneri? We'll try and go across to Aneri, but okay, she's back with me on the phone line. Aneri, can you hear me?
Yeah, what we are being told is that right now, police officials are at the spot. They are right now trying to bring the situation under control, because there's a lot of panic-like situation which has been reported because of this stampede, which has been reported in Guntur during the Chandrababu Naidu's public meeting. This is today's event, where Chandrababu Naidu was holding a public meeting, and also earlier on 28th of December 2022, just 3 days back, we had seen that in Nellore also during the roadshow, Chandrababu Naidu who was holding the roadshow. 8 people lost their life there, and now we see that 3 people have lost their life in Guntur.
Be with me, Aneri. I'm just getting in some reactions to what's happening here in Guntur. I have a spokesperson of the TDP, Anup Bugudi, joining us. Anup, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. What happened here, Anup? Do we have details?
So, the incident was very unfortunate. Though we had a very good public meeting roadshow, we have a sufficient arrangement, but precautions were not arranged by local police over there. So it led to the stampede, and unfortunately we lost the lives, and it was very unfortunate incident in Nellore. And even there are some multiple injuries to some other people as well, but it was very unfortunate in Kandapur meeting.
No, but why are you blaming the police? Who organized the event? I'm sure the police didn't organize the event, right?
See, we organized the event, we took the permission from the police, but the police, the intelligence in the police department have an idea that how many people will turn to that for the roadshow. But the precautions were not arranged. See, first thing, we have to understand that several persons fell into the drainage ditch. where it was being constructed on the roadside. So there was not a minimum safeguard for the drainage.
So, but how are you blaming the police? I mean,
all of the sudden.
no. If your party organized the roadshow, and is it coincidental that there have been 2 incidents in 3 days, Anup?
Yeah.
Over 10 lives have been lost. 11 lives as per the reports. 7 to 8 on the 28th, and 3 lives lost today.
See, that's what we are saying. It was very unfortunate. So, but we purely believe that it's due to lack of what do you say? Lack of intelligence failure. The precautions were not arranged by the local police. See, people are turning out in a huge numbers to listen to TDP Supremo Nara Chandrababu Naidu because they are literally pissed up with YS Jagan Mohan Reddy. So the intelligence have a good reports that people are.
I think you're making a mistake, Anup. I don't know if you're trying to allude some political motives to what has happened here. That's really unfortunate. It's a second stampede. You can't blame the police or intelligence failure for this, right? You obviously know how many people will turn up, and you will know whether the roadshow itself was held at. You're blaming construction. You're blaming the police. You're blaming the clearance. You're blaming everyone apart from the organizers, which is your party.
See one thing. See who is ruling. Who is ruling in Andhra? See who is ruling in Andhra? The YSRCP party is ruling in Andhra. So we are seeing an open drainage without any proper protection.
So didn't you think of that? 1 minute. Didn't you think of that? No, 1 minute. Any event, 1 minute, Anup, any event, right? Any event will be held at an area which is open and can accommodate that many people, right? Now you can't blame open drains for the death of people of a mismanagement of a roadshow, right, Anup?
See, it's not a mismanagement. This is not the first time that the Delimitation party is arranging the roadshow. We have did several in past. It is not the new one. Now here we need to throw some light that where the incident was happened in Guntur. It was clear indication and a clear failure of the government of YSRCP that there was no development in Guntur and there was no proper protection for that Nala. It was a very.
You're blaming the Nala, boss. I don't understand. Anup, people's lives have been lost. 1 minute. Anup, I don't think you're getting the point. You're not getting the point, Anup. Just be with me 1 minute. I have Abdul Hafiz Khan, YSRCP MLA, also joining us on the phone line. Abdul Hafiz Khan ji, ये क्या हुआ है यहाँ पे और यहाँ पे ये clearance कैसे? Who gave them the clearance? How was the clearance given? How was this mismanaged?
Sir, let me tell you, sir. We all political parties, whenever we do any program, we know how much the crowd is going to come, which area we need to choose, what should be the location, how should be the roadmap. So everything is a planned way we should do it. Okay, and our leader was for more than 4,650 kilometers. We got much bigger size crowds, but never we had this kind of an issue. So the way these people have been doing for last 1 month, if you see the footsteps of them, if you go back and check their Facebook accounts or the video footages that they have sent to the media, they are planning every rally into narrow roads or in a smaller area. They are trying to dump thousands of people from like 5-6 assembly constituencies to show that there is a hype and that Chandrababu Naidu is getting a lot of attention from the public.
No, but how did the police allow it? Abdulji, 1 minute. Okay, I get your point, but how is because it's the YSRCP government, right? How are you allowing these events on the road shows?
Sir, whatever they are saying, let's say they are saying for 5,000 people of crowd, for the sake of a drone shot, for the sake of photo management, for the sake of media hype, they are dumping 10,000, 15,000 people, let's say. I'm just giving you an example. Okay, if the capacity is there for 5,000 people, okay, that is what they are saying when they are taking the permissions. But they want to show, they want to create a hype. They don't care. They are very irresponsible people. They are murdering people in the name of politics. And then again, they are blaming on us. What kind of politics is this, sir? They should be responsible for the way they are doing the thing. And he's such a seasoned leader. It's a seasoned party. It's not like they are novice. They have been into this political scenario for last 30, 40 years. Either they want to do mudslinging politics, or they are doing only for the cheap photo shoot. And if you see in the past as well, he has done that with in Pushkaral time. 29 people lost their lives just because he was trying to do a video with the National Geographic Channel, and he wants to do a video with some renowned Telugu film director. So he is a very media savvy guy.
No, I don't know. This is really unfortunate. Abdul, 1 minute. Abdul, I understand your point. You're trying to make a political point saying they say 5,000 people, they get 10,000 people to get better shots to show that they have bigger crowds. But tell me, how is the police or how is anybody allowing so many people to come there when there is no space? Who's eventually
time and again we have been telling them for everything they want to do a political. If we stop their people that their capacity is not enough, they will say that the YCP government is not allowing people to attend our meetings. If we allow them, the Stampede kind of situation is happening. Sir, they have to be responsible, sir. They cannot do this mudslinging politics on us.
But eventually, even the state will have to answer. We are questioning the TDP. I think I have 1 minute. Abdul, be with me. Abdul, be with me. I have another leader of the TDP. Abdul, be with me. I have TDP's Professor Jyotsna Tirunagari on the phone line. Professor Jyotsna, how did this happen? How do two such tragedies happen within 3 days? And how is it that your party is refusing to take responsibility for what happened here?
I'm sorry. First of all, we are not refusing to take the responsibility. We are telling what is happening on ground. The other day also happened in Guntur. We were very clear. We said an unfortunate incident has happened. Yes, there was a failure of the intelligence there. There was a failure of the police authorities. But still, we managed the next two meetings that has happened. We had our own volunteers. We had everything. Even today, we had our volunteers. As a political party, what all we can do, we are doing because we are in the opposition. But the point is, I think I'm sorry, but I have to say this: there is a foul play happening from the state side. And I'm very clear when I say this. Whether it was in Guntur or whether it is in Guntur today, there is something fishy happening. Why isn't the police giving the police present in the required numbers? Who is stopping them? Who is stopping the police to be present in the required numbers? Because as volunteers, as political party volunteers, we can only volunteer up to a certain extent. Beyond that, when the crowd is huge, and that's the reason we take permissions, and that's the reason we take the support of the police, and that's the reason we apply. That's saying that we are expecting so and so crowd, and that is the reason we require your support. Why isn't the police present? The other day we saw in only 40 to 50 policemen. Even today in Guntur, the police were in very small numbers. Something is happening. It is a foul play.
No. Are you 1 minute? How are you? 1 minute, Professor Jyotsna. How are you claiming foul play? Your party invites people are coming to listen to your leader, right? Or hear him speak, right? You're the ones calling the crowds in, right? So how are you blaming?
Right.
How are you?
When I say foul play, when we are calling the people, when the people are thronging in bigger numbers, isn't it the responsibility of the state to take care? Because we have applied for permissions. We have applied for security. We have applied. It is not that we are going behind. We have all the state support. We cannot stop the people from coming, can we? And that's the reason we are asking the support of the state. Isn't it the responsibility of the state?
How is it the responsibility? 1 minute. How is it the responsibility of the state? Let me ask you. Let me tell you.
Let me give you a small example. Now Aziz ji said that हम जब कर रहे थे बहुत सारे लोग आए. Yes, there was no casualty. There were casualties then. So, but we were in government then, and we made sure his entire Padayatra ran without any problem. We made sure we had police and bigger numbers. We made sure...
No, 1 minute, Professor Jyotsna. Let me get Abdul Hafiz. Abdul Hafiz of the YSRCP wants to respond to you. Abdul Hafiz, you're listening to Professor Jyotsna. They're trying to blame your party. your state government, partly for what has happened, or wholly?
Sir, give me 1 minute, sir. Whatever she is talking, it should be logical to you and me and to all your viewers as well. Sir, if you are planning for some kind of a number, then you should plan your location accordingly. If it's a road show or if it's a ground or if it's a place, ma'am, the way your party has put the flexes on the both sides of the road, the way you guys have parked the vehicles, the way you guys have mobilized the people, the way you have conducted the Kandupur meeting, at the other road shows, it's a purely political stunt. It's a purely political stunt. It's a purely political stunt that you guys are doing. You guys don't care about the poor people's life. You should take the responsibility. You cannot murder people just for the sake of cheap politics. This is highly irresponsible on your part.
It's a state which is mattering.
Here the government.
No.
IPS
Why is it, sir, answer my question. Why isn't the police present?
They will not.
1 minute. Abdul Hafiz and Professor Jyotsna. 1 minute. Abdul Hafiz and Professor Jyotsna. Just 1 second, please, because we're getting in some of the victims. Let's listen to them. I want you to listen to the victims. First pictures of the police on site. We had some of the eyewitnesses also speak there. So we'll try and play out what the eyewitnesses have said. Looks like the police is taking stock there. But reports indicating, and even the TDP admitting, that you didn't expect the kind of crowds that you saw there, right? So obviously you gave a number, you organized the event, you called the people in, right? You had the volunteers, you chose the location, and now you're trying to blame everyone else. I had another TDP spokesperson who said it may be the failure of the intelligence department. I mean, why are you blaming intelligence? Professor Jyotsna, you're looking at the pictures, 2 tragedies in 3 days. 2 tragedies. It's not coincidental.
See, that is what I'm trying to say. Because understand one thing, sir. The people are so much frustrated with the government of ISRCP. They want to air their voice. Who are they going to tell? It's only Chandrababu Naidu who can actually, try to probably give them what they want. And they want to see the leaders. They want to come. And when it was Rajam or Popili or Karnool or Adon or Adoni, wherever it was, we had huge crowds. Even in Kandupur, we had huge crowds. Even in Kavali, the very next day, we had huge crowds. Then on the other day also, we had huge crowds. Even today, when we had huge... And when I say foul play, when you see people are so much frustrated with the government, when they are coming out in big numbers, we are requesting the police to give us the help and support in the form of numbers, in the form of their presence. Why aren't they there? And one more thing. When a chief minister goes for a meeting or anything, he has 2,000 to 3,000 police stations. When people are coming in huge numbers, somewhere around 50 to 60,000, almost a lakh in some places, you hardly have 150 or 100 or...
Really sad that, even now you're saying, both parties are making it political. I just want to go back to the pictures. No, you're making it political, Professor Jyotsna. It's really sad that 10 lives, 11 lives have been lost.
It is our family members whom we are losing, sir. Please try to understand. It is our family members. Understand the pain that we are undergoing. Kindly understand. Our Supremo has gone to each and every house. And we are literally shut. Losing our family members is the worst thing. We are so much pain. And they are politicizing. How rubbish can they get?
Hafiz, are you listening to this?
What?
Sir,
understand one thing, sir. It's our, I'm sorry I have a very bad throat, but I'm sorry. It is our pain, sir. We are in a deep state of grief. Try to understand. Why are they politicizing? Let them give us more number of police. Who is stopping them? Who is stopping them?
Please allow me, sir.
Who is stopping the police?
Okay, Professor, just hold on. Let Abdul Hafiz respond, and I want to go across to my reporter who's picking up more details. Yes, Professor. Yes, Abdul Hafiz.
Sir, I will tell you the footprints of this yatra, sir. It has been doing around for last 1 month. The way they have been doing it is, from 5-6 constituencies, they are putting the 2-3 people who will be expecting the party tickets. They are giving them a set target number to mobilize these many people, and even by funding the crowd. It's a politically motivated, organized campaign, sir. It is not that people are coming for free because there's something very wrong is happening on the ground. It is a welfare state where we have given more than 1,85,000 crores to the public. So this is a orchestrated, politically motivated gathering.
No. 1 minute. No.
Sir, they have the number. If the capacity of the ground or if the road is 5,000 or 10,000, how can they do a 50,000 gathering? The way she is saying, Professor Joshna is saying that they are organizing for that kind of a capacity. It's a politically motivated and managed rally. So they are the murderers, sir, and then they are showing grief and sadness. This is a political law, sir. I totally condemn the way she is trying to portray the picture of the government. It is highly condemnable on the ground.
Okay. You know what I'll do at this point is, Professor Jyotsna, I'll free you because we'll try and get you live at 9 o'clock. I'm just staying with this story itself. Abdul Hafiz Khan, I'll try and get you live as well. We're staying on the breaking news coming in from Guntur in Andhra Pradesh. Getting in disturbing news that 3 lives have been lost. Another roadshow of Chandrababu Naidu.
We are very sorry about it, sir.
Yeah.
We are very sorry for those all poor people, sir.
Can you join me live? Can you join us live? My team will try and get you live, on Zoom or Skype. Okay?
Sure, sir.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. I'm going back to Anneri. While we get those 2 leaders and 2 parties live, let's go back to Anneri. Anneri, do we have more details? What's the latest that you're picking up from Guntur? And what really happened there? Anneri.
Well, that's right, Niranjan. Today evening, Chandrababu Naidu, who was supposed to hold a public meeting in an open ground in Guntur, where we see that it was an open ground, but due to the place got overcrowded. Well, that is the reason why it led to stampede-like situation. People also were, as you can see in the visuals, also how people were trying to move from one place to another place. They were trying to save themselves, and also we have been seeing right now the police officials are at the spot, are at the very location where the public meeting was going to be held, and where we see that 3 people lost their life due to stampede-like situation, and several others are injured, is what we are being told, and they are being shifted to the hospital. But right now, police officials taking stock of the situation. But also, what happened on the 28th? Well, we also spoke to the Nellore SP on the 28th, where 8 people lost their life. Well, Nellore SP had to say that the route which was decided by Chandrababu Naidu for his roadshow wasn't.
Be with me. I have a member of Parliament of YSRCP, I beg your pardon, which is Jagan Mohan Reddy's party. The state government in Andhra Pradesh is run by the YSRCP. Let me go across to Nandigam Suresh. Mr. Suresh, what happened here? And can the state completely duck responsibility? We are questioning the TDP, but is the state government and the police also responsible or answerable rather for what happened here?
Today, Chandrababu Naidu is gathering his own publicity. That people is gathering in some small place. But they are looking at Chandrababu Naidu in the Guntur people. Suddenly he is the planned on Dayas and the circle is a small city, small location. But the people has somebody down people are the in Chandrana Kanuka. No,
but who gives them the permission, Mr. Suresh? Mr. Suresh, who gives them the permission? You're saying your party is saying that they have a habit, and your party and YSRCP has gone on record to say that TDP has a habit of saying 5,000 people will turn up, but more people turn up, and they're doing it for publicity, etc. Then why do you give permission for such events when you know it's going to turn out to be deadly?
No, it is no permission. It is no permission. Today is the year January 1st. the people are coming that encouraged that the Chandrana Kanuka and the extra and gifts. They are looking at already, they told that the YSRCP leaders already told the Chandrababu Naidu is the party is on, members are gathering in small locations.
Okay. Mr. Suresh, what we will do, we're going to come back to the story on top of 9 p.m. It's our biggest story tonight on Republic TV. Second tragic roadshow in Andhra Pradesh in 3 days. Another Chandrababu Naidu roadshow or rally has turned deadly. 3 lives have been lost. On the 28th, nearly 8 people lost their lives and 3 have died today. We're taking a short break. Coming back with those pictures and the reports of what really happened there. Also on Republic, more on the Assam delimitation, a big debate over the Assam cabinet decision.
$11,000 placements last year. At Amity, we are committed to nurturing passionate, hardworking and proactive professionals.
आपकी कहानी यह है कि सर आपको गोली लगी, खून बह रहा था, आप जमीन पे पड़े थे और उस वक्त जब हेलीकॉप्टर आपका कैजुअलिटी इवैक्यूएशन करने के लिए आया तो आपके पास 2 चॉइसेस थे, खुद की जान बचाओ या 2 बच्चों की जान बचाओ. व्हाट वाज दैट स्टोरी? व्हाट हैपेंड इन मणिपुर?
बचपन से मैंने सीखा था कि बाजुओं में नहीं होता ताकत. आई थिंक द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग इज टू बिलीव दैट यू हैव अ मिशन एट हैंड. नाउ दैट आई हैव रीच्ड देयर, आई कांट जस्ट अबैंडन द मिशन.
मैं GK2 में खड़ा हूं और आप मेरे राइट साइड में देख सकती हैं, ये वही अंतरा केयर सेंटर है जहां पर बताया जा रहा है कि सुबह में आग लगी है. लगभग 5 बजे का वो समय बताया जा रहा है कि जब फायर को कॉल आया था कि इस तरीके से जो अंतरा केयर सेंटर में आग लग चुका है. आपको एक तस्वीर मैं दिखाना चाहूँगा. जो 2nd फ्लोर है और 3rd फ्लोर है, बताया जा रहा है कि उन्हीं दोनों फ्लोर में आग सबसे ज़्यादा इफेक्ट हुई थी. और साथ ही मैं अपने विजय को बोलूँगा कि ये जूम करके थोड़ी तस्वीरें दिखाएं, क्योंकि जिस तरीके से ये आग लगी है उसमें बताया जा रहा है कि 2 लोगों की झुलसने से मौत हो गई है और साथ ही 6 लोगों को रेस्क्यू कर लिया गया है. पूरी तरीके से रेस्क्यू का काम यहाँ पे ख़त्म हो चुका है. और साथ में अपने विजय को बोलूँगा कि वो आगे चल करके दिखाने की कोशिश करें कि किस तरीके से ये आग ऊपर तक फैली होगी और जो अंदर लोग थे उनको काफ़ी मशक्क़त के बाद जो दिल्ली पुलिस के जवान हैं और साथ ही जो फायर के जवान हैं उन्होंने निकाला होगा. और साथ ही आप देख सकते हैं कि लगातार जो अधिकारी है, दिल्ली पुलिस का अधिकारी है और जो तमाम फायर के अधिकारी है वो अंदर ही मौजूद है और वो देख रहे हैं कि किसी तरीके से और कोई अंदर तो फंसा नहीं है.
आपकी कहानी यह है कि सर आपको गोली लगी, खून बह रहा था, आप जमीन पे पड़े थे और उस वक्त जब हेलीकॉप्टर आपका कैजुअलिटी इवैक्यूएशन करने के लिए आया तो आपके पास 2 चॉइसेस थे, खुद की जान बचाओ या 2 बच्चों की जान बचाओ. व्हाट वाज दैट स्टोरी? व्हाट हैपेंड इन मणिपुर?
बचपन से मैंने सीखा था कि बाजुओं में नहीं होता ताकत. आई थिंक द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग इज टू बिलीव दैट यू हैव अ मिशन एट हैंड. नाउ दैट आई हैव रीच्ड देयर, आई कांट जस्ट अबैंडन द मिशन.
मैं GK2 में खड़ा हूं और आप मेरे राइट साइड में देख सकती हैं, ये वही अंतरा केयर सेंटर है जहां पर बताया जा रहा है कि सुबह में आग लगी है. लगभग 5 बजे का वो समय बताया जा रहा है कि
Getting in breaking news, ladies and gentlemen, the first pictures coming in of the Stampede in Guntur 5 days after a similar stampede took place in Nellore, Andhra Pradesh. 2 tragedies 5 days apart in Andhra Pradesh. The common factor in both these tragedies is one, both the events were held or organized by Chandrababu Naidu's TDP, and both these tragedies have unfolded in Andhra Pradesh. And both the parties, the TDP and the YSRCP, are blaming each other. YSRCP is the state government there, Jagan Mohan Reddy is the chief minister, TDP is a party founded and currently run by Chandrababu Naidu. His party is blaming the state government and the police. We'll take a short break. Coming back with the pictures and the reports on top of 9 p.m. from Andhra Pradesh, the Stampede, the tragedy, second in 5 days. Stay tuned. I'm Niranjan Narayanaswamy in Mumbai, and this is Republic.
$11,000 placements last year. At Amity, we are committed to nurturing passionate, hardworking and proactive professionals.
मैं जीके 2 में खड़ा हूं और आप मेरे राइट साइड में देख सकती हैं, ये वही अंतरा केयर सेंटर है जहां पर बताया जा रहा है कि सुबह में आग लगी है। लगभग 5 बजे का वो समय बताया जा रहा है कि जब फायर को कॉल आया था कि इस तरीके से जो अंतरा केयर सेंटर में आग लग चुका है। आपको एक तस्वीर मैं दिखाना चाहूँगा, जो सेकंड फ्लोर है और थर्ड फ्लोर है, बताया जा रहा है कि उन्हीं दोनों फ्लोर में आग सबसे ज़्यादा इफेक्ट हुई थी। और साथ ही मैं अपने विजय को बोलूँगा कि ये जूम करके थोड़ी तस्वीरें दिखाएं, क्योंकि जिस तरीके से ये आग लगी है उसमें बताया जा रहा है कि 2 लोगों की झुलसने से मौत हो गई है और साथ ही 6 लोगों को रेस्क्यू कर लिया गया है। पूरी तरीके से रेस्क्यू का काम यहाँ पे ख़त्म हो चुका है। और साथ में अपने विजय को बोलूँगा कि वो आगे चल करके दिखाने की कोशिश करें कि किस तरीके से ये आग ऊपर तक फैली होगी और जो अंदर लोग थे उनको काफ़ी मशक्क़त के बाद जो दिल्ली पुलिस के जवान हैं और साथ ही जो फायर के जवान हैं उन्होंने निकाला होगा। और साथ ही आप देख सकते हैं कि लगातार जो अधिकारी है, दिल्ली पुलिस का अधिकारी है और जो तमाम फायर के अधिकारी है वो अंदर ही मौजूद है और वो देख रहे हैं कि किसी तरीके से और कोई अंदर तो फंसा नहीं है।
आपकी कहानी यह है कि सर आपको गोली लगी, खून बह रहा था, आप जमीन पे पड़े थे और उस वक्त जब हेलीकॉप्टर आपका कैजुअलिटी इवैक्यूएशन करने के लिए आया तो आपके पास 2 चॉइसेस थे, खुद की जान बचाओ या 2 बच्चों की जान बचाओ। व्हाट वाज दैट स्टोरी? व्हाट हैपेंड इन मणिपुर?
बचपन से मैंने सीखा था कि बाजुओं में नहीं होता ताकत। आई थिंक द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग इज टू बिलीव दैट यू हैव अ मिशन एट हैंड। नाउ दैट आई हैव रीच्ड देयर, आई कांट जस्ट अबैंडन द मिशन।
मैं जीके 2 में खड़ा हूं और आप मेरे राइट साइड में देख सकती हैं, ये वही अंतरा केयर सेंटर है जहां पर बताया जा रहा है कि सुबह में आग लगी है। लगभग 5 बजे का वो समय बताया जा रहा है कि जब फायर को कॉल आया था कि इस तरीके से जो अंतरा केयर सेंटर में आग लग चुका है। आपको एक तस्वीर मैं दिखाना चाहूँगा, जो सेकंड फ्लोर है और थर्ड फ्लोर है, बताया जा रहा है कि उन्हीं दोनों फ्लोर में आग सबसे ज़्यादा इफेक्ट हुई थी। और साथ ही मैं अपने विजय को बोलूँगा कि ये जूम करके थोड़ी तस्वीरें दिखाएं, क्योंकि जिस तरीके से ये आग लगी है उसमें बताया जा रहा है कि 2 लोगों की झुलसने से मौत हो गई है और साथ ही 6 लोगों को
Were Chanda Kochar and Venugopal Dut acting alone? Was Videocon the only company and Chanda Kochar the only banker who took advantage of the culture during the Congress government? Were the money of poor Indians locked in banks, backed by government-issued licenses and government backing and government trust? In effect, people's money was swindled by business houses with political links who were fronts for extracting the money either out of India or into the hands of corrupt politicians and corrupt business houses and corrupt business persons. Without political patronage, such corruption cannot happen. When we investigate at Republic, either SSR or such financial scams, the corrupt and those guilty fight us back. With your support, we at Republic will fight back harder and we will beat them. Ladies and gentlemen, the whistleblower in this big financial scam is live with me at 10 o'clock tonight.
Burning question.
Thank you for joining us here on Republic TV. I'm Niranjan and wish a happy, healthy, successful 2023 to everyone. But on top of 9 p.m. this Sunday evening, we have some tragic news coming in from Guntur in Andhra Pradesh, where there's been a second stampede in 5 days. On the 28th of December, 5 days ago, there was a stampede at Chandrababu Naidu's event. 8 lives were lost. 3 have died this evening in a similar roadshow, 5 days apart. That's our top focus at 9 p.m. Here are the headlines. Second stampede at Chandrababu Naidu's event in 5 days. Nobody willing to take the responsibility. Three dead, many injured in Guntur stampede in Andhra Pradesh during Chandrababu Naidu's public meeting. Hit and run case in the national capital. A 20-year-old mowed down, dragged by a car for 4 kilometers. 5 people arrested.
The way the population is getting increased, And you have seen that how demography has changed in Kerala, Jammu, Kashmir, Bengal, in Assam. This is the real problem.
As opposition tries to communalize delimitation process in Assam, the Chief Minister says there's nothing to politicize. Kumaraswamy compares Amit Shah to Nazi propagandist, triggers a big political storm. Pan-India protest by the Jain community against Jharkhand government decision on pilgrimage site. Thank you for joining us on The Burning Question, getting you more details of the second stampede in Andhra Pradesh. Once again at TDP Chief Chandrababu Naidu's roadshow. Today, this evening, in fact, 3 people have lost their lives in this stampede in Andhra Pradesh's Guntur. Here are the first pictures and the initial reports that have come in. And then we have representatives from both the TDP and the YSRCP joining us on the show.
In Guntur, a political event by the TDP chief turned deadly. A stampede has killed at least 3 and left several injured. This stampede comes 4 days after a similar stampede in Nellore that killed 8 people. The police in Andhra Pradesh is taking stock of the matter. But question remains, who is responsible? Bureau Report, Republic TV.
Being joined by representatives of both the YSRCP and the TDP this evening on the show, I have Abdul Hafiz Khan, a YSRCP MLA, joining us live this evening from Kurnool, and Professor Jyotsna Tirunagari, who is a spokesperson of the TDP, joining us live from Hyderabad. Professor Jyotsna, the immediate question. Didn't you anticipate the crowds, especially after what happened in Nellore? Didn't you know what precautions had to be taken so that a Nellore type stampede doesn't repeat? And you let it happen.
Hello?
Can you hear me, Professor Jyotsna? Can you hear me?
Yes.
What precautions did you take after what happened in Nellore, and how did you let this happen again? 3 lives have been lost.
Yes. First of all, we offer our deepest condolences for the loss of our own family members. One thing we would like to say is we have had our volunteers there. We had the entire system for us in place there. The only problem we had was we did not have the sufficient number of police supporting us there, which we have been time and again asking the government. We have applied for permissions, we have applied for their security, we have applied for the police to be present in numbers. And one more thing, it's not a blame game. It's not that we are blaming YSRCP or YSRCP blaming us. They are politicizing the event, but it is us who have lost a family member. It is us who are in this state of grief wherein it is unexpressible. Understand our pain. Because the people are frustrated with the stupid, I think I should use this term, stupid YSRCP rule.
Madam, 1 minute. If I'm not wrong, it is your party that sought, right? You organize the event. You organize the roadshow.
Yes.
You pull in the crowds, right? It was your roadshow, your public rally, your volunteers, your party event. And how are you blaming the government for what happened?
See, whenever any political party or any let's assume any organization also organizes any public event, we request.
I have a bad line. I have a poor line with you. Video link. I'll get you back. Let me go across to Abdul Hafiz.
Probably any casualties.
I'll just reconnect your line, Professor Jyotsna, because I have a poor video line with you. Okay, let me get the initial comments from Abdul Hafiz. Abdul Hafiz, how many policemen were there? Did you really not give support to the TDP as being alleged?
Sir, first of all, we offer our deepest condolences, sir. This is in the second time within 3 days that which is unfortunate that very poor and downtrodden people, families have lost their loved ones. Sir, I would like to tell you. For last 1 month, Telugu Desam Party and its Supremo Chandrababu Naidu have been trying to do road shows. Their road shows, the way they have been doing it, sir, is they are trying to mobilize people 5, 6, 7 assembly segments. They are giving targets to their leaders that you need to mobilize this number of party workers or sympathizers. Either they are sympathizers or some people might even have come there for some kind of a financial gain, sir. But they want to somehow create a hype that something very big, something wrong is happening on the ground in state of Andhra Pradesh, which is not true. So when they are selecting the locations as well, they are selecting locations that are very narrow, which can hold the number of people that they are planning and organizing. And also they are not telling the right numbers to the police and administration. They are telling one number, they are choosing one select location, but they are doing against it. But because they want to show that there is a huge response for Chandrababu Naidu's sir's rallies, and the last time as well, they have put flexes on both the sides, which has narrowed the lane. They have parked the vehicles where the people cannot move forward. So these kind of irresponsible things have been done in the last meeting, which we have clearly told, and our IPS officers, our SPs and our collectors, they have already told the same thing. Without learning the lessons out of this last 3 days back event, today I was in a program, sir. I just got your phone and I'm coming live. I don't have all the numbers, but I can tell you one thing. I just came to know that after the meeting, they wanted to give some Sankranti token. Means Sankranti is a very hugely celebrated festival here. They want to give some kind of gift to the people who have come to the rally. Means there's a financial gain for the people, and for that gain, the people have come there. And when they are distributing it, that's when this kind of stampede has happened. Has been told just to me by one of my close persons here. But I don't know the ground reality, and I need to know more details about it. But one thing is for sure, sir, Chandrababu Naidu and his madness for this political hype that he wants to create and show that there is a lot of anti-incumbency on the ground is the reason for the loss of life, and he and his party should take responsibility. They should not do this kind of mudslinging on the government. And any IPS officer of an SP rank or any IS officer of a district magistrate rank will not do anything wrong just for the heck of
the
it.
entire, Abdul Hafiz, from what you're saying, you're trying to completely put the blame on the TDP. Yes, the TDP is answerable.
Reality on the ground, sir.
No, but how can you also wash your hands off and say that it was completely their fault, because the police was also just be with me. I lost the line with Professor Jyotsna. She's back. Aneri is also live with me, but I want to go across to Professor Jyotsna before I lose her again. Professor Jyotsna, can you hear me?
Yes.
No, but you anticipated the crowds, and he made a point. He said your party was giving some Sankranti vouchers or some gift boxes. Is what he said. Is that right, Abdul Hafiz? You made that claim.
Yeah.
How are you saying that? And was that part of what you declared to the police of your intent in Guntur?
Yes. When the program that we had organized in Guntur today was as a part of the New Year celebrations, and also when we were in government, we always had the gifts given to the people for whichever, whether it was for Christmas or Ramzan or Sankranti, we always used to do that. Now that the government was not doing it, with the help of our NRI team, we were trying to give them, and we had given the number also. 30,000 kits was the number, as clear as that. And it's been publicized, it's been given to the police. Everything we have given in writing to the police, and wherever it was required, we have requested them for constant support and numbers if I give you an example, because I have to quote this, Kandakur, we had a very bigger tragedy. So what we have done is, even then, we told the police, see, for an event that was, for let's assume for the political party of YSRCP or whatnot, they are having the police present in bigger numbers. And when we are giving you the numbers, and every time the number that we give, the crowd is more than that, almost 2 to 3 times more than that. And we have already mentioned it to the police also. We have constantly requesting them to be present in bigger numbers. We had Kandakur incident, then again in Kavali we had, then the police were present because the immediate next day, then again the other day also we had police, but today again the police were present in very meager number.
It was not there, ma'am. Yesterday only you did the program went well. Okay, ma'am.
Sir, the police were present in
your organizers.
Sir,
if you
the police were present.
That kind of a gift to the people, poor people, they for the gift, and because they always presume that they might
we
not
have given the numbers to the police.
They try.
Kindly understand our pain. Kindly understand our pain. We have lost our family members. Kindly do not politicize this.
No, the sad part is Professor Jyotsna and Abdul Hafiz. 1 minute. Professor Jyotsna and Abdul Hafiz. Okay, 1 minute. Abdul Hafiz and Professor Jyotsna. 1 minute. Abdul, 1 minute. Hafiz, 1 minute. Hafiz, 1 minute. Hafiz and Professor Jyotsna, 1 minute. I want to play those pictures of people trying to revive those who fell unconscious, okay? And I want both of you to look at those pictures. Look at those pictures. Okay?
It's very unfortunate.
No, please look at those pictures. No, please don't say anything. Look at those pictures. Okay? 8 people on the 28th of December. 8 families. 8 families. For them, this year will never be the same. On the 1st of January, I'm speaking to both of you. Right? Today, 3 families have lost their loved ones. And both of you are blaming each other. Right? The TDP calls 30,000 people there or has intent to supply 30,000 kits to people. Obviously, Professor Jyotsna, you're not calling them out of just goodwill. Obviously, you want to also build your political capital by calling for this event. It is a fact. But none of you are willing to take responsibility and say...
Sir,
no, can both of you... First of all, will both TDP and the YSRCP say that both of you are responsible for this? Each of you are blaming the other.
Let me put it very clearly here. When I said it's my family members, the other day when we have lost lives, we were the people who immediately rushed to the hospital. See, it's not again something that we are doing out of this thing.
But your party is saying, madam, your party is saying that there was a drain that was open and the YSRCP government was responsible for that drain which was open. Who called those people there? And why are you calling people to an area where the drains are open? And who gives clearances for a public show or a public event where drains are open? Please respond. Both of you are responsible.
That's what I'm saying. In Kandakur, whenever a public meeting is held, a roadshow is held, that's the circle where it is held. And even then, we had our volunteers put up there. But there were no police. And again, it's not the question, and I'm sorry, when you say TDP is blaming, it's not about blaming, sir. It's about the pain that we are undergoing. I'm requesting the YSRCP not to politicize this.
Both of you know, I'll tell you, Professor Jyotsna. Both of you are sitting, 1 minute. Both of you, 1 minute, I'll give you a chance to speak, right? Both of you are sitting here on a debate and both of you have not been there in Guntur, okay? Both of you don't have the facts at hand of what really happened and why those 3 lives were lost. Correct? But both of you, without getting into the facts of what really has happened on the ground, are blaming each other. You're assuming that the TDP, the YSRCP government has not given you support. He's assuming that you're doing it for publicity and calling in the crowds because you want a better photo opportunity and hence putting people's lives at risk. Both of you don't really know what really happened. But even before getting into the facts, you're all blaming each other. Professor Jyotsna, I'll give you 30 seconds and I'll get Abdul Hafiz.
Yes, see, it's not the blaming. Let me tell you one thing. You're saying you're sitting here and we have taken I can give you the numbers in what the police were present. My only question is, when you are asking us this, because we are on a debate panel here, the minister has come up without any, they have not even called for an inquiry. She blindly says it's the work of the TDP. How can they call it as the work of the TDP? So who is politicizing it? Which chief minister politicized this? Jagan Reddy politicized this. We are not politicizing. We are with the grieving families. We are with them. It is our family member that we have lost. We are in a deep state of grief. We are literally crying for our people. We know the pain. They are politicizing it. We know the pain. We are feeling the pain. And you also should understand the frustration of the people. You understand why are they coming in big numbers? What is the reason for them to come in big numbers? Today you are saying it's because of the gifts. What happened in Kandakur? What happened in Kavali? What happened in the other places? Why are people coming in bigger numbers? It's because the current government has failed. And I'm not saying again, it's not a blame game. But when we have people, losing their lives, isn't it minimum humanitarian grounds that you respond? You again blame the opposition parties again? How low can they get? Understand? How low can they stoop down?
I'll let him respond to you.
They should at least have some humanitarian point of view.
Sir, I request Republic TV, sir, to please send your TV crew to each and every place where they have kept the meeting for last 1 month. How they have been mobilizing, how they have been giving targets to each and every assembly constituency leaders to mobilize people. What is the financial gain for the people who are attending the meetings? Where the meetings are being organized? Are they being organized at bigger places or in the narrow lanes? 5. Why these meetings are being organized?
Then why are you giving clearance to it then? You're saying, okay, the narrow lane, this and that, but how are you letting it happen?
Sir, if they give us the right kind of numbers, we can.
But she's saying they had declared 30,000 kits, which means assuming that 30,000 people would come there to pick up 1 kit each, right?
Sir, 30,000 is not at all a big number, sir. We have done this kind of programs with a much bigger number. Sir, you need to keep right kind of boxes where you need to keep different sections of the people, and all those freebies that they want to give, they need to place it right within the public so that they get distributed properly. The people feel that the freebies are not more than the number of people there. Their anxiety will lead them to go and rush and take those freebies, and that's when the stampede kind of a situation arises. How can even the police manage to with that kind of thousands of people if they start falling on the freebies? Sir, I would like to tell you that it's a purely.
But you're letting it happen, right? Abdul Hafiz, your government is letting it happen, right? Your government is giving the clearance to let it happen, right? No. Is YSRCP ruling Andhra Pradesh or TDP? Your government is giving the clearances, right? Your establishment is giving the clearances.
Sir, that's what, sir. Their intentions need to be very clear, sir. They need to speak out very clearly. If we stop, then you will call me on this TV panel and they will say, you are stopping TDP and you are not allowing people attending the TDP. People are, you are killing democracy. These will be the blames that they will blame on us. Right now, after the innocent people, the poor people who came there only for the sake of freebies, these people are claiming that they are family members of TDP party. No, sir. They are the poor people who will go anywhere to take the freebies. They are all our people. They are innocent people. They are poor people. They are being sacrificed for the sake of cheap politics.
I don't think it's that easy I don't think either your party or the TDP can get away with this because even the state government will have to face questions on how you let it happen. Abdul Hafiz, I'll leave it at that.
We are ready for kind of a situation and any kind of inquiry, sir. What I'm telling you again and again is, you please send us a TV crew on the ground.
Yes, we will. Yes, we will. No, that we will. That we will, but
the way they are politicizing it, the way they are trying to take sympathy out of this situation.
We will report on it. We will report on it, Abdul Hafiz, but I'll leave it at that for now.
Sir, 1 second, sir. Chandrababu Naidu has got such a low, sir. When people died, he said 3 SCs died, 2 STs died, 1 BC died, 1 OC died. Is this the way you talk to the people? Sir,
no, you say that, you say all of that to the people who are there on the screen right now.
They are innocent people. There's a loss of life.
No, it's really sad that. No, I'll tell you, Abdul Hafiz. I'll leave it at this because it's really sad that 5 days after 8 lives were lost, this was allowed to happen, right? That's the only point, and that's the reason we're reporting on it. We'll take this forward. I'm getting in some more breaking news. Abdul Hafiz, thank you for joining us on the burning question. Thank you very much. Getting in some more breaking news from the national capital. Let's cut across. We're getting in the CCTV video of what happened earlier this morning, when a car dragged, first mowed down and then dragged a woman for nearly 4 kilometers. Getting in the first CCTV video. In fact, that's the CCTV video. We'll have to slow that CCTV video down because at some point in that video, you can see the car. It comes in the frame. We'll just remove the top band because you can see that a car passes. And as the car passes, you can see something below the car. And that's the body of the woman that was dragged for nearly 4 kilometers. Horrific accident in the national capital. And the saddest part is that the 5 people who were arrested who were inside that car, didn't even realize they had dragged, first mowed down, or they claim that they didn't even realize that there was a woman stuck below the car for 4 kilometers. And they dragged her for 4 kilometers. Look at that. That's a video, real time, because there was loud music in the car. They were playing loud music. We're waiting for a confirmation on whether they were in an inebriated state, whether they were drunk at the wheel when the accident took place. But that's the first CCTV video that's come in of the Delhi hit and run case. We've been reporting from the national capital. She was the sole breadwinner for the family in the national capital. She was first hit. She was working in an event company. She was hit by this car and her body was dragged for 4 kilometers and nobody realized it for 4 kilometers. That's the first CCTV video that's emerged. A woman was killed after she was hit by this car. She was dragged. She was entangled in the wheels. And the police said that the condition of the girl after the incident was so bad that after being dragged on, her clothes and even the backside of her body, many body parts were ripped off. The naked body of the girl was found in Delhi's Kanjawala, and a very disturbing incident that is being reported. We've been reporting on this crime since this evening. As per reports, a PCR call was received at about 3:24 in the morning. 3:24 in the morning was when the first call went out. From the details that we've picked up and getting in more details that after that call, the police, they noticed a body being dragged. Another PCR call was received at about 4:11 a.m. about the body of the girl lying on the road. The police alerted the officers, inspected the spot and took photographs of the spot from different angles. And the body was sent to a hospital where eventually the victim was brought dead. This is at the SGM hospital in Mongolpuri, as per details coming in. And the body was kept further at the mortuary of the hospital. A postmortem was conducted. That's the first video of the CCTV that's come in, where you can see the car. The timestamp on that CCTV video is 3:29 a.m. Vishal Pandey is joining me live. He's live in Delhi. He's been at the hospital. Let me go across to him. Vishal Pandey.
जी बिल्कुल, देखिए इस वक्त हम एसजीएम हॉस्पिटल के बाहर ही मौजूद हैं और मैं आपको बता दूं, इसी हॉस्पिटल में सबसे पहले जो है वो लड़की को लाया गया था। जब ये पूरी घटना हुई उसके बाद उस लड़की को यहीं लाया गया था और जैसे ही उस लड़की को यहाँ लाया गया तो डॉक्टर्स ने पहले ही बता दिया कि पहले से ही जो है इसकी जान निकल चुकी है, यानी पहले से ही जो है डेथ हो चुकी है लड़की। इस वक्त तस्वीरें ये हैं कि यहाँ पर लड़की को जो है वो अंदर रखा गया है, मॉर्चुरी में रखा गया है और पोस्टमार्टम की तैयारी की जा रही है। कुछ ही समय में यानी कल तक वो पोस्टमार्टम रिपोर्ट आ सकता है, ऐसे सोर्सेज के हवाले से खबर निकली है। लेकिन सबसे बड़ी बात यह है कि सीसीटीवी तस्वीर जो आप रिपब्लिक टीवी पर देख रहे हैं, इसमें साफ देख सकते हैं कि ये वही बलेनो कार है जो वहां से गुजर रही है। और जरा सोचिए कि अगर एक तिनका भी फंस जाता है गाड़ी में तो साफ तौर पर हमें पता चल जाता है। लेकिन जो 20 साल की लड़की थी उसका वजन कम से कम होगा 50 से 55 किलो, और वो लड़की जो है वो फंस जाती है गाड़ी में, ऐसा उन आरोपियों का कहना है। और लाउड म्यूजिक और शीशा बंद होने के कारण उनको पता नहीं चलता है, और वो 4 किलोमीटर तक जो है उस लड़की को ड्रैग करके लेके जाते हैं। ये अपने आप में कई सवाल खड़े करता है। इन सवालों का जवाब लगातार दिल्ली पुलिस जो है वो लगातार आरोपियों से तफ्तीश कर रही है, जांच पड़ताल कर रही है। पूरे मामले में जो है वो FIR में दर्ज हो चुकी है। दिल्ली पुलिस लगातार इस पर जांच पड़ताल कर रही है। बहरहाल हम लड़की के जो लड़की की मां है उनसे भी हम मिले, और लड़की की मां और लड़की का जो परिवार है उनका लगातार यही आरोप है कि ये बस एक्सीडेंट नहीं है, बल्कि उनकी बेटी के साथ दुष्कर्म किया गया है, उनके साथ गलत काम किया गया है, और उसके बाद जो है उसको मारा पीटा गया है, और उसके बाद जो है उसको सड़क पर छोड़ दिया गया है। ऐसा परिवार लगातार आरोप लगा रहा है। परिवार का ये भी कहना है कि अब इस मामले में हम चाहते हैं कि CBI जांच हो, और CBI जांच होने के बाद ये पता चले कि आखिर इन युवकों ने क्यों साजिश करके ये पूरी की पूरी घटना को, वारदात को अंजाम दिया। जी, बैक टू स्टूडियो।
Okay, thank you for that. Thank you for that, Vishal Pandey. That's the first video. In fact, that's the car that dragged the body, and below the car, you can see that the body was dragged by this car for nearly 4 kilometers. For 4 kilometers, and the police claimed that this bunch of 5 men who were in the car were playing music so loudly that they didn't even realize that they had knocked someone down with the car, that they'd mouthed someone down, and then dragged the body for nearly 4 kilometers. What a tragedy in the national capital. The victim was the sole breadwinner for her family, and her family devastated this 2023 on the first day of 2023. Tracking that story very closely. Some more breaking news coming in from Jammu and Kashmir. Let's go across now. Getting in some news of a grenade attack. A grenade attack in Srinagar at the CRPF. Zeenat, what more do we know at this point?
See, Niranjan, this was a grenade attack, although it missed the target, and one local boy from the Habak of Srinagar, in the outskirts of Srinagar, he got injured. He has received some splinter injuries, although he received the minor injuries. But yes, the CASO has been launched by the joint forces of J&K police along with CRPF, because this was an attack on the CRPF vehicle by the terrorists, although the sources within the police department claims that this was an attack carried by the Lashkar-e-Toiba. The local boys of the LET had hurled grenade towards the CRPF vehicle that missed the target, and it injured one of the local boy. Although the visuals that we are beaming on the screen comes from the from Haval, the Zadibal area of Srinagar, where actually this incident was reported earlier some time back, but CASO continues in the area. Although this is the second incident in the Kashmir Valley, because earlier in the morning, one local boy of the Pulwama snatched a rifle from the CRPF personnel, although ADGP Kashmir Vijay Kumar has confirmed that the boy was brought back with their rifle, and investigations are going on. They got success in Pulwama as the boy has returned back, and the one who was accompanying the boy, he has also returned to the family. But it seems like as this is the first day of the 2023, the two major attacks. One was when the local boy tried to snatch the rifle from the CRPF, he decamped, and later he was brought back by the J&K police. And now the terrorist action was also witnessed in the downtown area of Srinagar. This is the Mirza Kamil Zadibal area of Srinagar downtown, where they tried to hurl grenade toward the CRPF vehicle. It missed the target, and unfortunately one local boy has got splinter injuries, although the police in the Srinagar claims that he has received the minor injuries and he is safe and secure. And the visuals that we are showing also tells you that how the CASO is being launched by the joint forces in the Srinagar city.
It's keeping a close track on the situation. In fact, this is the second incident today. The first incident, we are not calling it a terror attack. We don't have a confirmation yet, but there was firing in Rajouri in Jammu and Kashmir. There was an incident of firing where lives were lost. Tracking the situation closely, a grenade was hurled at the CRPF vehicle in Srinagar, also in Jammu and Kashmir. Keeping a close track. Thank you very much, Zina. On to the big story from Assam, where the Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma has asserted that criteria other than population should be considered for future delimitation exercises. Assam has undergone a delimitation exercise of parliamentary and assembly seats based on the 2001 census, and it's been done for other states as well. But there should be a debate in parliament, is what Himanta Biswa Sarma says. Here's why it's turned out to be controversy. Take a look at what's happened so far.
A day after announcing the merger of 4 districts in the state of Assam,
the way the population is getting increased, and you have seen that how demography has changed in Kerala, Jammu, Kashmir, Bengal, in Assam. So I don't dispute his statement, but this is the real problem. And the large Indian community should fight back and should ensure that demography is not changed, and we must implement certain policy so that our demography remains intact.
the Assam Chief Minister made it clear there was nothing political about the upcoming delimitation exercise.
The scope of reconsideration is always there, but this exercise is not attributed to anything the way you want to put it.
Now the Congress is calling it an exercise of polarization.
सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट बीजेपी का है, स्टेट गवर्नमेंट बीजेपी का है, इन लोगों का क्या राय है नहीं जानते हैं, लेकिन असम का लोगों का कहना है अगर करना है तो 26 में करिए जहां में सीट बढ़ेगा, तो अगर करना है तो 2011 का एक सेंसस था, उस सेंसस में क्यों नहीं होगा?
So does the AIUDF.
Ultimately, our question is that you do this 24 or 26 once for all, not for twice. So that's why our demand is very clear. You do this as per 2011 census.
The left claims the Assam government is only dedicated to RSS communal politics.
Assam government is a most anti-national, anti-people, anti-minority, anti-Muslim government, and it is totally dedicated to RSS communal politics. So he behaving is like follow that line. There is no doubt about that.
In Kashmir, the PDP is trying to claim database delimitation is a lie under the BJP.
जो डिलिमिटेशन होता था वो नॉन पॉलिटिकल होता था और इलेक्शन कमीशन ऑफ इंडिया की तरफ से उसको किया जाता था, लेकिन बड़े दुख के साथ कहना पड़ रहा है कि जो जम्मू कश्मीर में हमारा डिलिमिटेशन कमीशन आया था, जो नए सिरे से डिलिमिटेशन हुआ, तो मैं अकेला नहीं कह रहा, या पीडीपी नहीं, हर एक पॉलिटिकल पार्टी ने कहा है कि वो सियासी तौर पे उसको छेड़छाड़ की गई है, किसी एक पर्टिकुलर पार्टी को फ़ायदा देने के लिए वो सब कुछ किया गया।
Fact remains, delimitation is a long pending exercise.
The delimitation process were started once at 2001, but due to I don't know why it was not happening, but it is now delimitation will be there, and we welcome the decision of the election commissioner that delimitation will get one good perfect delimitation process, and thereby will get a perfect constituency.
It's an essential and timely process of a democracy. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
Joining us on the debate are Pramod Swami, spokesperson of the Assam BJP, Karan Verma, author, political analyst, and questioning the move are Vivek Srivastava, political analyst, and Anirban Banerjee, who's also a political analyst, joining us live from Kolkata. Now, Anirban Banerjee, is the real problem that Himanta Biswa Sarma has said? Okay, actually, let me put that question to Karan Verma. Karan Verma, you can start. See, Himanta Biswa Sarma, the Assam Chief Minister, says, and I quote, he says, as per the current law, population is the basis for delimitation, but some communities, he adds, that some communities have abided by population control policy, while others have not. But those who have violated the policy are being rewarded, and those who have abided by it are being punished. Now, is that the real reason why they're questioning it? Because they don't like how frank and straight Himanta Biswa Sarma is, isn't it?
I think he's hit the nail on its head. In today's time, Niranjan, where there are existential threats, where there are security threats, we have to address the issue. We can be politically correct and keep maneuvering, but until and unless we address the root of the issue, we cannot allow ghettoization to happen in certain communities. We've seen the spillover effects of that, whether it be in Dhubri or Barpeta, where temples have been destroyed, where the MP, frankly, AIUDF chief Badruddin has made some very inflammatory statements. So let's address the issue at hand. We cannot have a demographic imbalance, and Himanta Biswa Sarma has addressed it, and he's addressed it rather democratically. He said population alone should not be the criteria, and this should come up for a discussion. I don't see anything undemocratic or wrong in that. I think the left and the opposition has a problem whenever there is anything that is talked of as far as regularization. When madrasa regularization was discussed, they had a problem.
Your entire logic
of the matter is illegal immigration is
unconstitutional.
addressed, they have a problem. So I think he's very well within his right to address it, and rightly so. Population alone should not be the criteria. Otherwise, we'll have a demographic imbalance and we'll have ghettoization, which we can't afford.
No, Vivek Srivastava is very uncomfortable. Let me start with Anirban Banerjee. Vivek, 1 minute. Vivek, 1 minute.
No.
Vivek, okay. But are you in doubt that there's been a demographic change, especially in Assam? Do you have any doubt about that, Vivek?
What nonsense is this gentleman talking about? This constitution says ek Mussalman or Hindu ek hai. You have one vote for every community. What does it mean by demography badal jayegi? And we have to take care of this. Some neta said this. This is nonsense. Constitution guarantees one vote per person. Whatever be your caste, whatever be your gender, whatever be your religion, you are all same. Demographic, if it changes according to caste system or religion system, that is not the job of the government. The government cannot discriminate.
Nobody is discriminating.
The government cannot discriminate. If SC/ST population starts rising in a particular constituency, or the minority population decreases or increases, you artificially cannot go about making changes.
But where is the change been made? 1 minute.
In fact, this is totally unconstitutional.
To marriage happy rights in the name of Dalits.
No, see, if the chief minister was serious,
Karan, hear him out 30 seconds and then we'll take this. Otherwise, speaking over each other won't work.
The reason we were against CAA NRC, the reason we were against CAA NRC was exactly this. Because we know the government is biased. The central government, the RSS and the BJP is totally anti-minority. These districts where suddenly there was a minority population could have been in majority, and even the SC/ST. This entire exercise was done in a haste. What was the hurry? Why did you not take the opposition into confidence? Why was it not discussed in the assembly? These are the questions.
Let me ask Pramod Swami.
And then you do.
Pramod Swami, 1 minute. Okay,
this is absolutely wrong.
I think Pramod Swami is better placed to answer that question, Vivek. 1 minute, let him speak. Pramod Swami is from the Assam BJP. Pramod Swami,
okay.
You heard the question. You want to respond to it?
कहा है, मैं सिर्फ ये कहना चाहता हूं कि अगर लोकतंत्र में एक स्वस्थ विमर्श होता है तो उसमें किसी को क्या आपत्ति है। आप अपनी विचारधारा, अपनी पॉलिसी लेकर करके जनता के बीच में अगर जाते हैं तो उसमें कोई आपत्ति वाली बात नहीं है। और इसी देश में हमने देखा एक ऐसे भी प्रधानमंत्री थे जिन्होंने कहा कि भारत के संसाधनों पर पहला हक मुसलमानों का है। हमने इसी देश में यह भी देखा कि किस तरह से साबानो केस में सुप्रीम कोर्ट के निर्णय को बदल दिया गया। ये एक एक्सरसाइज है, जो एक्सरसाइज डिलिमिटेशन की जो एक्सरसाइज है वो अकॉर्डिंग टू द लॉ होगी। और जो हमारा पार्लियामेंट का कानून है,
मतलब आप मानते हैं कि ये मुसलमानों को टारगेट करने के लिए किया गया है और आप इसको जस्टिफाई कर रहे हैं।
आप उत्तर दीजिएगा, आप इस तरह से डाइल्यूट मत करिए, आप उत्तर दीजिएगा, मेरी बात सुन लीजिए, आप उत्तर दीजिएगा, मैं आपके बीच में नहीं बोलूंगा। तो जो पार्लियामेंट ने जो कानून बनाया है उसके आधार पर डिलिमिटेशन होगा। सिर्फ हेमंत बिश्व शर्मा जी ने, माननीय मुख्यमंत्री महोदय ने सिर्फ इतना ही कहा है कि सिर्फ पॉपुलेशन के आधार पर डिलिमिटेशन नहीं होना चाहिए, क्योंकि एक वर्ग की जनसंख्या जो है उसमें काफी वृद्धि हो रही है और एक वर्ग की जो जनसंख्या नहीं बढ़ रही है। तो जिस वर्ग की जनसंख्या बढ़ रही है उसको रिवार्ड देने की क्या आवश्यकता है। तो ये एक विमर्श का विषय, इसके ऊपर में डिबेट हो, जनसंख्या नियंत्रण पर डिबेट हो, अन्य मुद्दों पर डिबेट हो। लोकतंत्र में डिबेट के द्वारा ही हम क्या सही है क्या गलत है इस बात को जनता के बीच में ले जाते हैं और जनता निर्णय करती है। इसमें गलत
आपने डिबेट नहीं करी ना सर, आपने असेंबली में डिबेट नहीं करी, आपने डिबेट करी ही नहीं सर, आपने अपोजिशन को बुलाया ही नहीं।
हमने तो एक मुद्दा उठाया जो हमने,
आप पहले डिसीजन ले लेते हैं, चारों डिस्ट्रिक्ट को मर्ज कर देते हैं, उसके बाद आप कहते हैं डिबेट करेंगे
कि जो वर्तमान कानून है उसके अनुसार डिलिमिटेशन होगा और उन्होंने अपना एक विचार रखा है जनता के बीच में।
मैं आपसे आस्किंग यू सिंपल क्वेश्चन सर, अगर किसी डिस्ट्रिक्ट में SC/ST की जनसंख्या बढ़ जाती है, नहीं सर सुन लीजिए, क्या किसी डिस्ट्रिक्ट में SC/ST की जनसंख्या,
I think we're getting too technical. 1 minute विवेक,
या अपर कास्ट के अनुकूल, क्या आप वहां भी यही करेंगे?
प्राथमिक डिसीजन है और आसाम गवर्नमेंट को एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव डिसीजन लेने का अधिकार है।
Okay, 1 minute. Okay, let me bring in. Don't speak over each other. We'll just have two. We'll have two panelists. No, 1 minute. We'll have two panelists on the screen. Okay, we'll have two panelists on the screen. Let me bring in Anirban Banerjee. Anirban, Anirban, he says, and he hasn't said anywhere that it has to be changed apart. I mean, he hasn't said what the criteria should be. But he has certainly said that just population alone cannot be a criteria. It should not be the only criteria. And he has a reason to say that because Assam has seen a demographic change, whether you like it or not. Anirban, can you deny that Assam has seen a demographic change?
Let Mr. Vishwasharma come up with the names of the communities. You cannot just say that one community or the other. Name the community. Let's also hear that what are the names of the community, because what we suspect is that a few months back, Mr. Mohan Bhagwat in one of his speeches had raised this population issue. There were no facts to back up his claims, but he had raised this issue of population, demographic change, imbalance between a population of communities, etc., etc. And now we are hearing Chief Minister of Assam speak the same tone, speak the same language, almost the same language when it's concerned about delimitation. Now, when he has given a proposal about the population not being one of the criteria for delimitation to be discussed in the parliament, we want to hear it from one of his parliamentarians of the BJP, for his own party. If they consider his proposal, put it in the parliament and come out with clear names. Which community are you referring to? What are your data? What are the breakups, state-wise breakups of difference in population, the percentage rise, etc., etc. Because we all know when the delimitation of the parliament seats is going to come up, I think it is in 2026 or somewhere, sometime like that, the entire country is going to face a debate. There is no second way about, two ways about that. Because population change, the rate of increase of population is very varied across the states. West Bengal has one kind of population increase rate, Tamil Nadu has another, Madhya Pradesh another, Uttar Pradesh is different, Assam different. Every state had its own characteristic regarding population. So when Mr. Vishwasharma is towing the line of the RSS, he must come out with clear names. Is he referring to Muslim community, to the tribals, to the indigenous people, to the Assamese, to the Bengalis? Why is he linking this delimitation process with the NRC? Because whenever you come up with the NRC thing, in the final list of the NRC, almost 19 lakhs names were, just a moment. Almost 19 lakhs names were left out, among which almost 17 lakhs were Bengali speaking population. Among those 17 lakhs, almost 14 lakhs were Hindu Bengalis. So therefore it is very clear what the BJP is trying to do. They're targeting a linguistic community in Assam, in the
don't make it about,
and creating this divide.
I think you're diverting it now. Okay, I don't want to go back to NRC.
Fact, Niranjan, that is a fact. No, that is a fact.
Wait, the BJP spokesman, 1 minute. The BJP spokesman is contesting.
What is the connection with NRC and delimitation?
1 minute. The BJP spokesman from Assam is contesting your claim. Yes, Praveen Swami ji, क्या बोलना चाहते हैं आप उनको?
हाँ, ये जो कह रहे हैं कि हमारी सरकार जो है किसी कम्युनिटी को टारगेट कर रही है, ऐसा नहीं है। हम हमारे आसाम की सभ्यता और संस्कृति को बचाने के लिए हम लड़ाई लड़ रहे हैं। और आज कितने जिले आसाम में जो है डेमोग्राफी बदलने से कितने जिले अफेक्टेड हुए हैं, ये शायद इनको मालूम नहीं है। और अभी जो लिंग्विस्टिक माइनॉरिटी की बात कही इन्होंने, तो मैं इनको बताना चाहूंगा कि आसाम में जो लिंग्विस्टिक माइनॉरिटी का जो सपोर्ट जो है वो भारतीय जनता पार्टी को पूरी तरह से मिल रहा है। ये बात आप जान लीजिए। और तीसरी बात मैं यहाँ कहना चाहूंगा कि आज आसाम में भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार के नेतृत्व में लिंग्विस्टिक माइनॉरिटी का चौमुखी विकास हो रहा है। और हमारी जो सरकार है उसकी जो नीति है, आप बीच में बदलिए, आप जवाब दीजिएगा। हमारी सरकार की नीति लेकिन आसाम की सभ्यता और संस्कृति के ऊपर अगर कोई संकट आएगा तो उसका भी हम आसाम के लोगों के हितों के मद्देनजर रखते हुए उसके लिए सरकार को जो भी कदम उठाने चाहिए।
Do you consider Bengalis to be part of Assam? Do you consider Bengalis to be part of Assam?
You are dividing the greater Hindu community.
Then why were there 95% names left out of the NRC list, Bengalis? Why were those 17 lakh names left out of the NRC list? Why were the Bengalis?
NRC के
According to Bengalis are termites. According to the BJP, Bengalis are termites.
की है और NRC का जो कामकाज है वो सुप्रीम कोर्ट की देख रेख में वो काम संपन्न हुआ है. उसके लिए आप असम सरकार के ऊपर में दोषारोपण नहीं कर सकती.
1 minute, you know.
It was your people who conducted the surveys and all. The government people. It was the government people who did it.
What are you saying?
No, it was your government people who did the survey. They prepared the list. We have seen Assam police drag people to detention camps.
टोटल प्रोसेस जो हुआ है वो सुप्रीम कोर्ट की देखरेख में हुआ है. आप तथ्यों की गलत जानकारी देश की जनता को दे रहे हैं क्योंकि
सुप्रीम कोर्ट जजेस did not come down to Assam to prepare the list.
श्री राम के नाम से आपकी दीदी फिरती है.
It was Mr. Koti Khajela, the coordinator.
आपका जो सेक्युलरिज्म है मात्र असिस्टेंट का सेक्युलरिज्म है और हमारा जो सेक्युलरिज्म है वो सर्वधर्म सर्वभाव का सेक्युलरिज्म है. हमारा जो सेक्युलरिज्म है वो सर्वधर्म से सुखी सर्वधर्म से निरामय का सेक्युलरिज्म है. हमारा जो सेक्युलरिज्म है वो एकदम सत्य विप्रा बहुधा वदंती का सेक्युलरिज्म है और आपका जो सेक्युलरिज्म है वो मात्र एक कम्युनिटी को असिस्टेंट करने का सेक्युलरिज्म है.
Detention camps are there right now in Assam.
No, I think we are going 10. 1 minute. I think you're going 10 steps forward. 1 minute. You're taking it 10 steps forward. 1 minute. Anirban, 1 minute. Anirban, please don't speak over each other. Please
let him answer. How many detention camps are there in Assam?
No, you're taking it in another route. It's not required. We're talking about delimitation. Let's calm down. Take 2 steps back. I'm going across to Karan Verma.
The Honorable Chief Minister of Assam referred to NRC when he was speaking about delimitation.
Yes, he referred to. I'll tell you what he said. Wait, I'll tell you what he said. I'll tell you what else he said.
That is why I'm bringing in NRC.
Yeah. Let me tell you what else he said. In respect to the NRC, let me tell you what else he said. He said that during the NRC exercise, it was seen that there has been a demographic change in the state. But the extent will be known only after the 2021 census records are made available. He's saying that after the 2021 census records are made available, you will know the demographic change. Karan wants to come in. Hold on. You hear Karan. I'm 1 minute.
The Chief Minister must
you hear Karan now. You ask him the question. Yes, Karan.
Anirban raised a very valid point when he says that Himanta Biswa Sarma should come into the specifics. That point I agree. But he made 2 factual inaccuracies. One, he said that the number of Bengali Hindus who are not in the NRC list are somewhere around 12 lakh. They are just 5.5 lakhs and that too, 1 lakh of them could not get a certain entry right, which is going to be corrected in the coming days. So that reduces it to just 4.5 lakhs. So if you say they are doing it for the vote bank considerations, you are wrong. Secondly, who brought the communal angle? It was Badruddin Ajmal who brought the communal angle. Badruddin Ajmal said, "हम यहाँ majority में हो गए हैं. अब हम बताएंगे हिंदुओं को. हिंदू तो बच्चे भी नहीं पैदा कर पाते 40 की उम्र के बाद." He passed communally charged statements. Mr. Himanta Biswa Sarma never made it Hindu-Muslim. He just talked about demographics.
Exactly.
Mr. Badruddin Ajmal, who is the MP from Dhubri, he said that we are now in majority. We must be in majority.
No, and Vivek,
a communal color.
Karan. Yeah. One interesting. Okay, one last point. I just want to make one last point. Vivek, listen to this. Very interesting, huh? The AIUDF, Badruddin Ajmal's party, claims several assembly constituencies which were previously reserved for SC and ST communities have undergone demographic changes, and in the meantime Muslims comprise the majority in many such constituencies. Such seats, he said, should be reserved accordingly on religious basis. Vivek Srivastava, I think you were mentioning, you were referring to Badruddin Ajmal in your first comment, right? Not Himanta. You meant Badruddin Ajmal, right? You said Badruddin Ajmal was communal, right?
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
Now, Mr. Badruddin Ajmal has every right to, give his own party. We are a democracy.
He's got a right.
He's wrong.
Fantastic. Yes, he's got a right. Ajmal has got a right. Ajmal has got a right to an opinion. Badruddin Ajmal has got a right to an opinion, but the Chief Minister doesn't.
If he is wrong, that does not make the BJP right.
No, but he's got the right, but the BJP doesn't have the right to have an opinion.
First of all, absolutely not. Because the BJP, the Chief Minister is of BJP. The ruling party is the BJP. The government is BJP. If
So you're saying Badruddin Ajmal is not communal?
It would have been a different
fantastic.
thing.
You're saying Ajmal is not communal for saying that, you know,
Yes, he could be communal.
He could be communal.
See, you are diverting. We are here to debate. We are here to debate the Chief Minister.
No, we're not. We're simply asking. We're not here to debate the Chief Minister. We are here to debate.
He could be the worst man on the earth.
1 minute.
That does not matter.
Okay.
That does not matter.
No. I'll tell you. Let me rephrase let me at the end of the debate.
Ruling party.
At the end of the debate, let me remind you what we are here to debate. We were here to debate whether the delimitation exercise was communal or not. And at the end of the debate, we've decided, or rather, we've come to a consensus that it wasn't communal. But because you see, Badruddin Ajmal didn't say it today or yesterday, right? He said it a long time back.
It was communal. Who says it was not communal? It was absolutely communal. But if you try to get Mr. Ajmal into it, I don't understand the logic.
No, I'm not getting him into it. He got into it a long time before anybody else did. So if he says it, it's not communal.
आप गवर्नमेंट की बात करिए ना सर, आप चीफ मिनिस्टर की बात करिए. Ajmal थोड़ी ना चीफ मिनिस्टर.
Yeah, we'll debate this again. This is going to be one of our top focus stories, Vivek. One of our top focus stories tomorrow as well. We're debating it. Anirban, Vivek, and Mr. Pramod Swami and Karan. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining us. I have some breaking news from Jammu and Kashmir, so I'm going across straight to that. The breaking news now from Rajouri. We're getting in reports that 3 people have been killed, 10 injured in the firing in Dangri area of Rajouri. The injured are getting treatment. We got you those pictures earlier. There was an incident of firing. The police and district administration are at the spot. We're waiting for more details and full clarity on what happened there. Gursimran with the details. Gursimran.
Yes, Niranjan, right now we are in the Akhnur area where the entire area has been put on the alert after what it prima facie seems a terror attack that has been carried out by 2 armed terrorists who were carrying the 2 automatic weapons and also a huge cache of arms and ammunition in a bag they were carrying. And this incident has been reported at around 7:30 in the evening when these group of 2 terrorists, they barged in the 3 to 4 houses and then they opened fire in which 3 people so far have lost their life. 7 others are injured, out of which 3 people are said to be critically injured. The Indian Army's Mi-17 has already been pressed into the service that those critically injured will be taken to the Jammu, and all the vehicles that are coming from Rajouri and also going towards the Rajouri district, they are thoroughly being checked by the Jammu and Kashmir police so as to ensure that everything goes smooth and all the vehicles are thoroughly checked so that the terrorists don't get any chance to escape from that very place. What it primarily seems that this is a group of newly infiltrated terrorists that have managed to sneak in inside the Indian territory, because this area comes in the Rajouri and this is very near to the line of control from where Pakistan is always in a bid to push terrorists into the Indian territory. On 28th of December, a major bid by the Pakistan to push in a group of Jaish terrorists into the Indian territory has been foiled, and now another such incident coming into fore where the 3 civilians have been killed in a possible terror act. Alert has been sounded in the entire Jammu region and specifically for the vital installations of the Indian Army that could possibly be on the target of these 2 armed terrorists who have carried out this heinous act of targeting the minorities in the upper Dangri area of Rajouri, which is at 7 to 8 kilometers distance from the main city, not that very far. But this kind of incident coming into fore in the Rajouri, that too in the Hindu heartland area, clearly shows the desperation of the terror group as what primarily it seems is a terror attack carried out by 2 armed terrorists. Niranjan.
Gursimran, thank you for joining us with those inputs. One of our top focus stories this evening, firing in Rajouri in what is a terror attack as far as we know. Can we call it a terror attack? Are the police calling it a terror attack, Gursimran? Just one last word. Yeah.
To some of the senior officials, and they said that as per the statement of one of the person who got injured, it is a terror attack. So prima facie, it is a terror attack, and also one of the terror groups, Jaish-e-Mohammed operated groups, has claimed the responsibility.
Okay, thank you for that, Gursimran. One of our top focus stories here on Republic. Taking a short break now. Back to the headline. Stay tuned.
मैं जीके 2 में खड़ा हूं और आप मेरे राइट साइड में देख सकती हैं, ये वही अंतरा केयर सेंटर है जहां पर बताया जा रहा है कि सुबह में आग लगी है। लगभग 5 बजे का वो समय बताया जा रहा है कि जब फायर को कॉल आया था कि इस तरीके से जो अंतरा केयर सेंटर में आग लग चुका है। आपको एक तस्वीर मैं दिखाना चाहूँगा, जो सेकंड फ्लोर है और थर्ड फ्लोर है। बताया जा रहा है कि उन्हीं दोनों फ्लोर में आग सबसे ज़्यादा इफेक्ट हुई थी। और साथ ही मैं अपने विजय को बोलूँगा कि ये जूम करके थोड़ी तस्वीरें दिखाएं, क्योंकि जिस तरीके से ये आग लगी है उसमें बताया जा रहा है कि 2 लोगों की झुलसने से मौत हो गई है और साथ ही 6 लोगों को रेस्क्यू कर लिया गया है। पूरी तरीके से रेस्क्यू का काम यहाँ पे ख़त्म हो चुका है। और साथ में अपने विजय को बोलूँगा कि वो आगे चल करके दिखाने की कोशिश करें कि किस तरीके से ये आग ऊपर तक फैली होगी और जो अंदर लोग थे उनको काफ़ी मशक्क़त के बाद जो दिल्ली पुलिस के जवान हैं और साथ ही जो फायर के जवान हैं उन्होंने निकाला होगा। और साथ ही आप देख सकते हैं कि लगातार जो अधिकारी है, दिल्ली पुलिस का अधिकारी है और जो तमाम फायर के अधिकारी है वो अंदर ही मौजूद है और वो देख रहे हैं कि किसी तरीके से और कोई अंदर तो फंसा नहीं है।
As India welcomed New Year 2023, celebrations erupted across the country. But in Bengaluru, the situation remained tense. In a video making rounds on social media, watch how Bengaluru police lathi charged to disperse the huge crowd after it went out of control. The incident was reported on MG Road after police had to intervene to disperse massive crowds that had gathered to celebrate the New Year. Thousands were gathered and swelling crowds eventually blocked the traffic and the area became chaotic, which was then followed by lathi charge, a bid by police to control the crowds. Bureau report for Republic TV.
First pictures coming in of the Rajouri firing incident. No official word from the police on whether it was a terror attack, but 3 people have been killed, 10 injured, over 10 injured in the firing that took place in Rajouri, Jammu and Kashmir. There was indiscriminate firing is what we are picking up from Jammu and Kashmir. Taking a short break, back with more details.
मैं जीके 2 में खड़ा हूं और आप मेरे राइट साइड में देख सकती हैं, ये वही अंतरा केयर सेंटर है जहां पर बताया जा रहा है कि सुबह में आग लगी है। लगभग 5 बजे का वो समय बताया जा रहा है कि जब फायर को कॉल आया था कि इस तरीके से जो अंतरा केयर सेंटर में आग लग चुका है। आपको एक तस्वीर मैं दिखाना चाहूँगा, जो सेकंड फ्लोर है और थर्ड फ्लोर है। बताया जा रहा है कि उन्हीं दोनों फ्लोर में आग सबसे ज़्यादा इफेक्ट हुई थी। और साथ ही मैं अपने विजय को बोलूँगा कि ये जूम करके थोड़ी तस्वीरें दिखाएं, क्योंकि जिस तरीके से ये आग लगी है उसमें बताया जा रहा है कि 2 लोगों की झुलसने से मौत हो गई है और साथ ही 6 लोगों को रेस्क्यू कर लिया गया है। पूरी तरीके से रेस्क्यू का काम यहाँ पे ख़त्म हो चुका है। और साथ में अपने विजय को बोलूँगा कि वो आगे चल करके दिखाने की कोशिश करें कि किस तरीके से ये आग ऊपर तक फैली होगी और जो अंदर लोग थे उनको काफ़ी मशक्क़त के बाद जो दिल्ली पुलिस के जवान हैं और साथ ही जो फायर के जवान हैं उन्होंने निकाला होगा। और साथ ही आप देख सकते हैं कि लगातार जो अधिकारी है, दिल्ली पुलिस का अधिकारी है और जो तमाम फायर के अधिकारी है वो अंदर ही मौजूद है और वो देख रहे हैं कि किसी तरीके से और कोई अंदर तो फंसा नहीं है।
As India welcomed New Year 2023, celebrations erupted across the country. But in Bengaluru, the situation remained tense. In a video making rounds on social media, watch how Bengaluru police lathi charged to disperse the huge crowd after it went out of control. The incident was reported on MG Road after police had to intervene to disperse massive crowds that had gathered to celebrate the New Year. Thousands were gathered and swelling crowds eventually blocked the traffic and the area became chaotic, which was then followed by lathi charge, a bid by police to control the crowds. Bureau report for Republic TV.
Second stampede at Chandrababu Naidu's event in 5 days. Nobody's taking the responsibility, not the TDP, nor the YSRCP. 3 dead, many injured in Guntur stampede during Chandrababu Naidu's public meeting. Horrific case of hit and run in the national capital. 20-year-old is mowed down and then her body dragged for over 4 kilometers. 5 arrested. 3 dead, 10 injured in the suspected terror attack in Rajouri. Initial reports says minorities were targeted. Terrorists hurled grenade at CRPF vehicle in Srinagar. Cordon search operations launched. As the opposition tries to communalize delimitation process in Assam, the Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma says there's no need to politicize. Thank you for joining us here on Republic TV. A woman, a 20-year-old, was killed after she was hit by a car and then dragged for a few kilometers on the road in the national capital. Her body was entangled onto the wheels. Delhi police say that the condition of the girl after the incident was so bad that her clothes and even the backside of her body was ripped off. The body was dragged for 4 kilometers at least. The suspected car has been traced down. 5 occupants arrested from their houses. It happened early morning, a little after 3:30 a.m. The police say that the medical examination is being conducted to ascertain if the 5 arrested were under the influence of alcohol. But reports suggest that they were playing the music was so loud in the car that they didn't even realize, they claim, that somebody was stuck below the car. Here are some of the reports we've been gathering from the national capital of this hit and run.
कंसावला थाना जो रोहिणी डिस्ट्रिक्ट के अंदर आता है, वहाँ पे एक कॉल आई थी जिसमें ये बताया गया था कि किसी कार से कोई व्यक्ति लटका हुआ खींचा जा रहा है, ड्रैग हो रहा है। उसके बाद वहाँ की पुलिस ने जब कार नंबर से आइडेंटिफाई किया तो उसके ऑनर और जो कार के ऑक्यूपेंट्स थे उनके बारे में पता चला। जब हमने उनको एप्रीहेंड करके उनसे पूछताछ की तो उन्होंने बताया कि सुल्तानपुरी के इलाके में एक स्कूटी के साथ उनका एक्सीडेंट हुआ था और जहाँ एक्सीडेंट हुआ तो वहाँ जब हमने वेरीफाई किया तो वहाँ पे एक स्कूटी टूटे हुए हालत में मिली भी थी और स्कूटी के नंबर से हमने विक्टिम को आइडेंटिफाई किया तो ये पता चला कि इंसिडेंट के टाइम में एक्सीडेंट जो हुआ था उस समय स्कूटी से लड़की गिरी थी और बालेनो कार जिसमें एक्यूज सवार थे उसके नीचे आ गई थी और उसके साथ ड्रैग होते काफ़ी दूर तक गई थी। एक्यूज्ड की ये दलील रही है कि कार के शीशे बंद थे और म्यूज़िक काफ़ी हाई वॉल्यूम पे था इसलिए उनको पता नहीं चल पाया और सड़क भी उबड़ खाबड़ थी इसलिए वो पता नहीं कर पाए कि गाड़ी के नीचे कोई व्यक्ति है या उबड़ खाबड़ होने की वजह से गाड़ी पे बम्प है। काफ़ी दूर जाने के बाद उन्होंने रियलाइज़ किया और उसके बाद फिर बॉडी डिसएंटेंगल करके वहाँ से वो फिर भाग गए। बाद में हमने उनको पकड़ा है। जो इनिशियल इन्वेस्टिगेशन में इस्टेब्लिश हुआ है वो ये है कि एक फैटल एक्सीडेंट है और एक्यूज्ड के पार्ट पे ये गलती रही और जो उन्होंने रुककर विक्टिम को देखने के बजाय ड्रैग करते हुए गए और काफ़ी दूर तक बॉडी गाड़ी के साथ खींचती रही।
Meanwhile, the family of the girl has alleged foul play and suspects that there may be more to the crime.
मेरी तो सब कुछ वही थी, कमाने वाली दमाने वाली। मैं तो बीमार हूँ 2 साल से, मेरी किडनी खराब, मेरी लड़की के सिवा मेरा कोई नहीं है और मेरे 2 छोटे छोटे बच्चे हैं। मैं क्या करूँ, मुझे बस मेरी लड़की दे दो। मेरी लड़की काम पे गई थी घर से, बस बोल के मैं काम पे जा रही हूँ मम्मी, मैं अभी आ रही हूँ।
मैडम घर से कब निकली थी और कहाँ काम करने वो जाती थी?
मेरे से पंजाबी बाग बोल के जाती थी, मैं पंजाबी बाग जाती हूँ मम्मी, मुझे और काम का कुछ नहीं पता उसके। मुझे बस नु कहती थी मैं पंजाबी बाग में काम करती हूँ मम्मी। शादी ब्याह में जहाँ भी अटेंड हो जाता है वहीं चली जाती थी, कभी कभी इवेंट के काम करती थी।
कल कब निकली थी घर से?
कल शाम को निकली थी 5-6 बजे करीब। यार मेरा आज कहीं इवेंट है, मैं आ जाऊंगी। फिर मैंने 9 बजे करीब कॉल करी, फिर कॉल नहीं लगी। कॉल लगी थी, फिर एक बार लगी कॉल, फिर दोबारा नहीं लगी कॉल। मैंने कॉल करी, कह रही मैंने कि बाबू तू गाजर ले आई हो। मैं तो जाती नहीं, कुछ सामान लेने वो ही जाती। कहती मम्मी ले आऊंगी, मैं आ जाऊंगी 9 बजे 10-11 बजे तक ले आऊंगी गाजर। फिर मुझे फोन नहीं आया, मैं दवाई खा के सो गई। मुझे फिर नहीं कुछ पता कि क्या हुआ है क्या नहीं। सुबेरे कॉल आई है कि ऐसे ऐसे तुम्हारी लड़की का एक्सीडेंट हो गया है, और अभी तक ना ही कोई दिखाया, ना कोई सुनवाई करी, ना ही बताया कि कहाँ है कहाँ नहीं है। कभी कंजावला, कभी सुल्तानपुरी, कभी कहीं ले जा रहे। सुबह से मेरे को कहीं भी नहीं दिखाया मेरा बच्चा। मेरे को सुबह से ये टाइम हो गया, मेरा बच्चा नहीं दिखाया इन्होंने।
My colleague Shrishti has filed a report showing the condition of both the vehicles after the incident. In fact, we've been reporting on this story since 5 p.m. this evening. The pictures are horrific. The CCTV image showing that the body of this 20-year-old was dragged for several kilometers.
तस्वीर आप यहाँ पर देखिए, और ये वही गाड़ी है जिससे ये एक्सीडेंट यहाँ पर हुआ है। तस्वीरों के जरिए हम आपको लगातार दिखाने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं। हमारे सहयोगी जो हैं वो उज्जवल यहाँ पर मौजूद हैं, वो आपको ये तस्वीरें यहाँ पर दिखा रहे हैं। आगे से आप देख सकते हैं कि गाड़ी बहुत ज़्यादा, आप देखिए कि गाड़ी किस तरीके से, बहुत ज़्यादा गाड़ी पर किसी प्रकार के कोई निशान यहाँ पर नहीं आए हैं, और इसी गाड़ी में बताया जा रहा है कि वो लड़की जो है फंसी हुई थी। हल्के फुल्के स्क्रैचेस आपको यहाँ पर देखने को मिल रहे हैं। और सबसे बड़ी बात, आप ये छोटी गाड़ी है, ये छोटी गाड़ी है, ये ज्यादा बड़ी गाड़ी नहीं है, और ये छोटी गाड़ी है। देखिए अंदर जो है वो सिगरेट पड़ी हुई भी यहाँ पर आपको दिखाई देगी। तस्वीरें आप यहाँ पर देख सकते हैं, माचिस और सिगरेट यहाँ पर दिखाई दे रही है। सीधे तौर पर ये वही गाड़ी है, आपको बताए बलेनो गाड़ी। आपको आगे से एक बार तस्वीर हम आपको यहाँ पर, उज्जवल आपको आगे से ये तस्वीर यहाँ पर दिखाएंगे। आप देख सकते हैं कि आगे बहुत ज्यादा नुकसान यहाँ पर नहीं हुआ है, आगे बहुत ज्यादा नुकसान यहाँ पर नहीं हुआ है। नीचे बम्पर की तस्वीर इस वक्त हम आपको यहाँ पर दिखा रहे हैं, और बताया जा रहा है कि 20 साल की लड़की जो है वो है, और किसी को मालूम नहीं पड़ता। आप नीचे की तस्वीर हम आपको लगातार यहाँ पर दिखा रहे हैं। आप देख सकते हैं कि इसी गाड़ी में जो है नंबर प्लेट भी यहाँ पर लगी हुई है। नंबर प्लेट हल्की सी मुड़ी आपको दिखाई देगी। जिस हिसाब का ये एक्सीडेंट यहाँ पुलिस बता रही है, अगर वाकई में ये वैसा एक्सीडेंट होता तो गाड़ी के हालात आप यहाँ पर देखिए। ये स्कूटी है, आप पहले स्कूटी की तस्वीर यहाँ पर देख लीजिए कि स्कूटी का ये जो आगे का हिस्सा है, आगे का हिस्सा वो पूरी तरीके से खत्म हो चुका है। आप देख सकते हैं, चाहे हेडलाइट की बात करें या फिर आप देखिए कि पूरा हिस्सा आगे का पूरी तरीके से खत्म हुआ है। गाड़ी के पीछे का हिस्सा, जैसा आपने कहा, वो हम दिखाने की कोशिश यहाँ पर करेंगे। ये पीछे का हिस्सा है, पीछे आप देख सकते हैं कि किसी प्रकार से गाड़ी में कोई भी निशान यहाँ पर आपको देखने को नहीं मिलेगा। गाड़ी नंबर आप देखिए सही सलामत यहाँ पर, और गाड़ी आगे से, स्कूटी की तस्वीर जो हमने आपको दिखाई वो आगे से पूरी तरीके से हेडलाइट जो है वो खत्म है। गाड़ी के आगे के हिस्से की अगर हम यहाँ पर बात करें, आप ये देखिए कुछ स्क्रैचेस यहाँ पर पड़े हुए हैं, और नीचे बोनट के पास में, नंबर प्लेट के पास में हल्का सा नंबर प्लेट जो है वो मोल्ड होता हुआ यहाँ पर दिखाई दिया है। ये तस्वीर उज्जवल आपको लगातार यहाँ पर दिखाएंगे कि नंबर प्लेट हल्की सी मुड़ी हुई दिखाई दे रही है। नीचे बम्पर हल्का सा यहाँ पर मुड़ा हुआ वो भी दिखाई दे रहा है। लेकिन सबसे बड़ी बात यही है कि आखिर में 20 साल की लड़की इस गाड़ी में फंसती है, और उन लड़कों को नहीं पता चलता। जो स्टेटमेंट उनकी ओर से लगातार ये दिया जा रहा है कि उनको इस बात की जानकारी नहीं कि वो लड़की इस गाड़ी में जो है वो फंसी हुई थी। ये कैसे हो सकता है?
The other big story we've been tracking from the state of Andhra Pradesh this evening, there's been a second stampede at the TDP chief Chandrababu Naidu's roadshow. It's the second roadshow within 5 days when there's been a stampede, another tragedy. Today, 3 people have lost their lives in Andhra Pradesh's Guntur. Here's a short report on the facts at hand so far.
In Guntur, a political event by the TDP chief turned deadly. A stampede has killed at least 3 and left several injured. This stampede comes 4 days after a similar stampede in Nellore that killed 8 people. Police in Andhra Pradesh is taking stock of the matter. But question remains, who is responsible? Bureau Report, Republic TV.
We are in the Akhnur area where the entire area has been put on the alert after what it prima facie seems a terror attack that has been carried out by 2 armed terrorists who were carrying the 2 automatic weapons and also a huge cache of arms and ammunition in a bag they were carrying. And this incident has been reported at around 7:30 in the evening when these group of 2 terrorists they barged in the 3 to 4 houses and then they opened fire, in which 3 people so far have lost their life. 7 others are injured, out of which 3 people are said to be critically injured. The Indian Army's Mi-17 has already been pressed into the service that those critically injured will be taken to the Jammu, and all the vehicles that are coming from Rajouri and also going towards the Rajouri district, they are thoroughly being checked by the Jammu and Kashmir police so as to ensure that everything goes smooth and all the vehicles are thoroughly checked so that the terrorists don't get any chance to escape from that very place. What it primarily seems that this is a group of newly infiltrated terrorists that have managed to sneak inside the Indian territory, because this area comes in the Rajouri and this is very near to the line of control from where Pakistan is always in a bid to push terrorists into the Indian territory. On 28th of December, a major bid by the Pakistan to push in a group of Jaish terrorists into the Indian territory has been foiled, and now another such incident coming into fore where the 3 civilians have been killed in a possible terror act. Alert has been sounded in the entire Jammu region and specifically for the vital installations of the Indian Army that could possibly be on the target of these 2 armed terrorists who have carried out this heinous act of targeting the minorities in the upper Dangri area of Rajouri, which is at 7 to 8 kilometers distance from the main city, not that very far. But this kind of incident coming into fore in the Rajouri, that too in the Hindu heartland area, clearly shows the desperation of the terror group, as what primarily it seems is a terror attack carried out by 2 armed terrorists.
There's a big political face-off over the delimitation exercise in Assam. The opposition has questioned the Himanta Biswa Sarma government for, 1, merging the districts, and 2nd, the comments on the change in demography. Here's the story so far.
A day after announcing the merger of 4 districts in the state of Assam,
the way the population is getting increased, and you have seen that how demography has changed in Kerala, Jammu, Kashmir, Bengal, in Assam. So I don't dispute his statement, but this is the real problem. And the large Indian community should fight back and should ensure that demography is not changed, and we must implement certain policy so that our demography remains intact.
the Assam Chief Minister made it clear there was nothing political about the upcoming delimitation exercise.
The scope of reconsideration is always there. But this exercise is not attributed to anything the way you want to put it.
Now the Congress is calling it an exercise of polarization.
सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट बीजेपी का है, स्टेट गवर्नमेंट बीजेपी का है, इन लोगों का क्या राय है नहीं जानते हैं, लेकिन असम का लोगों का कहना है अगर करना है तो 26 में करिए जहां में सीट बढ़ेगा, तो अगर करना है तो 2011 का एक सेंसस था, उस सेंसस में क्यों नहीं होगा?
So does the AIUDF.
Ultimately, our question is that you do this 24 or 26 once for all, not for twice. So that's why our demand is very clear. You do this as per 2011 census.
The left claims the Assam government is only dedicated to RSS communal politics.
Assam government is a most anti-national, anti-people, anti-minority, anti-Muslim government, and it is totally dedicated to RSS communal politics. So he behaving is like follow that line. There is no doubt about that.
In Kashmir, the PDP is trying to claim database delimitation is a lie under the BJP.
जो डिलिमिटेशन होता था वो नॉन पॉलिटिकल होता था और इलेक्शन कमीशन ऑफ इंडिया की तरफ से उसको किया जाता था, लेकिन बड़े दुख के साथ कहना पड़ रहा है कि जो जम्मू कश्मीर में हमारा डिलिमिटेशन कमीशन आया था, जो नए सिरे से डिलिमिटेशन हुआ, तो मैं अकेला नहीं कह रहा, या पीडीपी नहीं, हर एक पॉलिटिकल पार्टी ने कहा है कि वो सियासी तौर पे उसको छेड़छाड़ की गई है, किसी एक पर्टिकुलर पार्टी को फ़ायदा देने के लिए वो सब कुछ किया गया।
Fact remains, delimitation is a long pending exercise.
The delimitation process were started once at 2001, but due to I don't know why it was not happening, but it is now delimitation will be there, and we welcome the decision of the election commissioner that delimitation will get one good perfect delimitation process, and thereby will get a perfect constituency.
It's an essential and timely process of a democracy. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
Army Chief General Manoj Pandey on Sunday visited the forward areas in the Kashmir line of control. His visit is significant, keeping in view that the Chief of the Armed Staff celebrated the New Year with the troops who have been deployed on Ground Zero under the heavy snowfall and intense challenging conditions, and also the threat perception that always remains intact from the enemy Pakistan, which always remains in a bid to destabilize the peace in Jammu and Kashmir and also to foment troubles on the borders. But the troops of the Indian Army have always stood firm for the sovereignty and the integrity of the country. Yesterday evening, the Chief of the Armed Staff reached the Kashmir Valley, and today morning he was in the Kupwara district of the North Kashmir, the northern frontier of the Kashmir Valley that deals with the line of control with the Pakistan. And this visit is also significant as it has come on the day of New Year and a major morale boosters for the troops who have been deployed in the challenging condition.
Well, intensifying the war of words over H.D. Kumaraswamy's comments on Union Home Minister Amit Shah, the BJP has accused the JDS of being frustrated over the overwhelming response that the party was receiving ahead of the Karnataka State Assembly elections, as they now completely focus on the old Mysuru region, where traditionally the JDS and the Congress have tried to have an upper hand, but the BJP seems to be going for the jugular.
Former Chief Minister of Karnataka H.D. Kumaraswamy resorted to name-calling and insulting Union Home Minister Amit Shah in a series of tweets. This comes a day after Amit Shah made it clear that the BJP would not have any tie-up with the JDS in the 2023 polls.
JDS और कांग्रेस एक ही सिक्के की दो पहलू हैं। हमेशा आपने JDS को वोट दिया और कुमारस्वामी जी कांग्रेस की गोदी में बैठ गए। मैं आज कहने आया हूं कि एक बार भारतीय जनता पार्टी को पूर्ण बहुमत की सरकार दीजिए। 5 साल के अंदर ये परिवारवाद, ये भ्रष्टाचार और एक जातिवाद, तीनों को भारतीय जनता पार्टी समाप्त कर कर्नाटक के अंदर इस देशभक्त सरकार देने का काम करेगी।
In the 11-tweet thread, H.D. Kumaraswamy responded to Amit Shah's charge that Karnataka would become ATM if JDS comes to power.
कांग्रेस आती है तो कर्नाटक दिल्ली का एटीएम बन जाता है, और जेडीएस आती है तो एक परिवार के लिए एटीएम बन जाता है। बारी बारी ये दोनों पार्टियों ने ये दोनों पार्टियों ने भ्रष्टाचार कर कर्नाटक के विकास को रोकने का काम किया है.
Rumours were rife with a possible JDS-BJP tie-up ever since JDS stalwart and former Prime Minister Deve Gowda paid a visit to Prime Minister Modi on 14th December. When Amit Shah inaugurated a mega milk dairy in Mandya, Karnataka in the presence of Deve Gowda. However, the BJP Karnataka, through its official handle, has also openly lashed out at HD Kumaraswamy and claimed that JDS was rattled about BJP's growing presence in Mandya. In 2019, BJP had won a crucial trust vote that ousted the JDS-Congress coalition government of 14 months. Question is politics of abuse the only trick in the JDS arsenal? Let's debate.
Army Chief General Manoj Pandey visited forward posts at the line of control, interacted with troops. Motivated soldiers posted along the line of control on the first day of 2023. Chief of Defence Staff General Anil Chauhan visited Delhi's Army Research and Referral Hospital on the first day of 2023 along with his wife, met troops admitted there for treatment to boost their morale. 2 persons have been killed, 14 others injured in a fire that broke out after a blast at a boiler at a chemical company in Maharashtra's Nasik. The incident took place at around 11:30 this morning at the Nasik-Mumbai highway unit. Fire was reported near the gates of the Uttar Pradesh Assembly. The fire was triggered reportedly by a short circuit. No casualties were reported. Odisha Crime Branch has said that they've recorded statements of hotel employees in connection with the death of Russian tourists, adding that the investigation was underway and that it would continue for a few more days. They will have to analyze statements before confirming any more details. Haryana Sports Minister Sandeep Singh has been booked for sexually harassing a junior athletics coach in the state. The female coach made the allegations and a day later she filed a complaint with the police. The minister has now stepped down pending investigation.
Sexual harassment allegations have shaken up the Haryana cabinet.
तो ये प्यार से इसकी चीज़ें पूरी नहीं हुई तो फिर इसने ऑफिशियली हमेशा कोई ना कोई ऐसा एटमॉस्फेयर तैयार किया है कि ये लड़की तो चल के मेरे पास ही आएगी। और जब मैं एक एम्प्लॉय हूँ तो सिंपल सी बात है, मैं डायरेक्ट उनके अंडर में काम कर रही हूँ, तो इन्होंने हर वो चीज़ की, ये बाज नहीं आए अपनी हरकतों से। तो मेरा सब्र बिल्कुल पेशेंस जवाब दे चुका था और इसीलिए मुझे आना ही पड़ा बाहर।
The sports minister Sandeep Singh has been booked for sexually harassing a junior athletics coach. Resigning from the ministry, the Neta dismissed allegations against him, calling them baseless.
आप सबको पता है कि एक माहौल क्रिएट किया गया है मेरी छवि को ख़राब करने के लिए और एक खेल विभाग के जूनियर कोच ने जो एलिगेशंस गलत फॉल्स एलिगेशंस लगाए हैं उसकी मैं चाहूँगा कि अच्छे से जांच हो। जांच चल भी रही है और जो भी रिपोर्ट आए, जो भी दूध का दूध और पानी का पानी आए, निकल कर जब बाहर आए तो उसके बाद फिर माननीय मुख्यमंत्री जी अगला फैसला लेंगे।
However, on the other hand, Chandigarh police said a probe will be conducted to find out if the allegations against the minister is true.
एक लेडी कोच है हरियाणा की, उन्होंने 30 दिसंबर को चंडीगढ़ पुलिस को अपनी कंप्लेंट दी थी, तो उस पर चंडीगढ़ पुलिस के 26 पुलिस स्टेशन में एक FIR दर्ज की है 354, 354A, 354B, 342 और 506 IPC की, जिसको इन्वेस्टिगेट किया जा रहा है।
Soon after, Haryana Chief Minister Manohar Lal Khattar chaired a key meet with top DGS and CIDs. Currently, a probe is on, but the minister facing the grave allegations is not behind bars.
मैंने सुनी है उनकी सारी बात, ध्यानपूर्वक सुनी है। मैं मंत्री जी से भी बात करूंगा और मुख्यमंत्री जी से भी बात करेंगे और बिल्कुल इंसाफ करेंगे इस मामले में।
Will the state government take action? Bureau Report, Republic TV.
Well, North Korea has marked the first day of 2023 with reports of further rocket tests. In addition to images set to show these tests, the Korean media has showed our North Korean leader Kim Jong-un overseeing a large display of new rockets and congratulating workers who manufactured them.
The world welcomed 2023 with grandeur. But what grabbed the spotlight were the actions of North Korea. Mounted on trucks, barrage of missiles were rolled out at the May Day Stadium. Thousands gathered for the missile launch. Taking stride steps, watch how North Korea's Supreme Leader Kim Jong-un led the launch of this one-of-its-kind missile. With Kim taking center stage, an emotional audience broke into an applause. The display of weaponry comes a day after Pyongyang's latest rocket launches. And after the big end-of-the-year meeting of the party, where Kim called for more nuclear weapons, for North Korea, 2023 started with a bang. The fresh tests come as a declaration of intent by an increasingly belligerent Pyongyang, which has refused to show any sign of halting its arms race. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
As India welcomed New Year 2023, celebrations erupted across the country. But in Bengaluru, the situation remained tense. In a video making rounds on social media, watch how Bengaluru police lathi charged to disperse the huge crowd after it went out of control. The incident was reported on MG Road after police had to intervene to disperse massive crowds that had gathered to celebrate the New Year. Thousands were gathered and swelling crowds eventually blocked the traffic and the area became chaotic, which was then followed by lathi charge, a bid by police to control the crowds. Bureau Report for Republic TV.
मैं GK2 में खड़ा हूं और आप मेरे राइट साइड में देख सकती हैं, ये वही अंतरा केयर सेंटर है जहां पर बताया जा रहा है कि सुबह में आग लगी है। लगभग 5 बजे का वो समय बताया जा रहा है कि जब फायर को कॉल आया था कि इस तरीके से जो अंतरा केयर सेंटर में आग लग चुका है। आपको एक तस्वीर मैं दिखाना चाहूँगा, जो सेकंड फ्लोर है और थर्ड फ्लोर है, बताया जा रहा है कि उन्हीं दोनों फ्लोर में आग सबसे ज़्यादा इफेक्ट हुई थी। और साथ ही मैं अपने विजय को बोलूँगा कि ये जूम करके थोड़ी तस्वीरें दिखाएं, क्योंकि जिस तरीके से ये आग लगी है उसमें बताया जा रहा है कि 2 लोगों की झुलसने से मौत हो गई है और साथ ही 6 लोगों को रेस्क्यू कर लिया गया है। पूरी तरीके से रेस्क्यू का काम यहाँ पे ख़त्म हो चुका है। और साथ में अपने विजय को बोलूँगा कि वो आगे चल करके दिखाने की कोशिश करें कि किस तरीके से ये आग ऊपर तक फैली होगी और जो अंदर लोग थे उनको काफ़ी मशक्क़त के बाद जो दिल्ली पुलिस के जवान हैं और साथ ही जो फायर के जवान हैं उन्होंने निकाला होगा। और साथ ही आप देख
Second stampede at Chandrababu Naidu's event in 5 days. Nobody's taking the responsibility, not the TDP, nor the YSRCP. 3 dead, many injured in Guntur stampede during Chandrababu Naidu's public meeting. Horrific case of hit and run in the national capital. 20-year-old is mowed down and then her body dragged for over 4 kilometers. 5 arrested. 3 dead, 10 injured in the suspected terror attack in Rajouri. Initial reports says minorities were targeted. Terrorists hurled grenade at CRPF vehicle in Srinagar. Cordon search operations launched. As the opposition tries to communalize delimitation process in Assam, the Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma says there is no need to politicize. Thank you for joining us here on Republic TV. A woman, a 20-year-old, was killed after she was hit by a car and then dragged for a few kilometers on the road in the national capital. Her body was entangled onto the wheels. Delhi police say that the condition of the girl after the incident was so bad that her clothes and even the backside of her body was ripped off. The body was dragged for 4 kilometers at least. The suspected car has been traced down, 5 occupants arrested from their houses. It happened early morning, a little after 3:30 a.m. The police say that the medical examination is being conducted to ascertain if the 5 arrested were under the influence of alcohol. But reports suggest that they were playing the music was so loud in the car that they didn't even realize, they claim, that somebody was stuck below the car. Here are some of the reports we've been gathering from the national capital of this hit and run.
कंसावला थाना जो रोहिणी डिस्ट्रिक्ट के अंदर आता है, वहाँ पे एक कॉल आई थी जिसमें ये बताया गया था कि किसी कार से कोई व्यक्ति लटका हुआ खींचा जा रहा है, ड्रैग हो रहा है। उसके बाद वहाँ की पुलिस ने जब कार नंबर से आइडेंटिफाई किया तो उसके ऑनर और जो कार के ऑक्यूपेंट्स थे उनके बारे में पता चला। जब हमने उनको एप्रीहेंड करके उनसे पूछताछ की तो उन्होंने बताया कि सुल्तानपुरी के इलाके में एक स्कूटी के साथ उनका एक्सीडेंट हुआ था, और जहाँ एक्सीडेंट हुआ तो वहाँ जब हमने वेरीफाई किया तो वहाँ पे एक स्कूटी टूटी हुई हालत में मिली भी थी, और स्कूटी के नंबर से हमने विक्टिम को आइडेंटिफाई किया तो ये पता चला कि इंसिडेंट के टाइम में, एक्सीडेंट जो हुआ था उस समय स्कूटी से लड़की गिरी थी और बलेनो कार जिसमें एक्यूज सवार थे उसके नीचे आ गए थे और उसके साथ ड्रैग होते काफ़ी दूर तक गई थी। एक्यूज की ये दलील रही है कि कार के शीशे बंद थे और म्यूज़िक काफ़ी हाई वॉल्यूम पे था, इसलिए उनको पता नहीं चल पाया, और सड़क भी उबड़ खाबड़ थी इसलिए वो पता नहीं कर पाए कि गाड़ी के नीचे कोई व्यक्ति है या उबड़ खाबड़ होने की वजह से गाड़ी पे बम्प है। काफ़ी दूर जाने के बाद उन्होंने रियलाइज़ किया और उसके बाद फिर बॉडी डिसेंटेंगल करके वहाँ से वो फिर भाग गए। बाद में हमने उनको पकड़ा है। जो इनिशियल इन्वेस्टिगेशन में इस्टेब्लिश हुआ है वो ये है कि एक फैटल एक्सीडेंट है और एक्यूज के पार्ट पे ये गलती रही, और जो उन्होंने रुककर विक्टिम को देखने के बजाय ड्रैग करते हुए गए और काफ़ी दूर तक बॉडी गाड़ी के साथ खींचती रही।
Meanwhile, the family of the girl has alleged foul play and suspects that there may be more to the crime.
मेरी तो सब कुछ वही थी, कमाने वाली दमाने वाली। मैं तो बीमार हूँ 2 साल से, मेरी किडनी खराब। मेरी लड़की के सिवा मेरा कोई नहीं है और मेरे 2 छोटे छोटे बच्चे हैं। मैं क्या करूँ, मुझे बस मेरी लड़की दे दो। मेरी लड़की काम पे गई थी, घर से बस बोल के मैं काम पे जा रही हूँ मम्मी, मैं अभी आ रही हूँ।
मैडम घर से कब निकली थी और कहाँ काम करने वो जाती हैं?
मेरे से पंजाबी बाग बोल के जाती थी, मैं पंजाबी बाग जाती हूँ मम्मी, मुझे और काम का कुछ नहीं पता उसके। मुझे बस नु कहती थी मैं पंजाबी बाग में काम करती हूँ मम्मी। शादी ब्याह में जहाँ भी अटेंड हो जाता है वहीं चली जाती थी, कभी कभी इवेंट के काम करती थी।
कब निकली थी घर से?
कल शाम को निकली थी 5-6 बजे करीब। यार मेरा आज कहीं इवेंट है, मैं आ जाऊंगी। फिर मैंने 9 बजे करीब कॉल करी, फिर कॉल नहीं लगी। कॉल लगी थी, फिर एक बार लगी कॉल, फिर दोबारा नहीं लगी कॉल। मैंने कॉल करी, कह रही मैंने कि बाबू तू गाजर ले आई हो। मैं तो जाती नहीं, कुछ सामान लेने वो ही जाती। कहती मम्मी ले आऊंगी, मैं आ जाऊंगी 9 बजे 10-11 बजे तक ले आऊंगी गाजर। फिर मुझे फोन नहीं आया, मैं दवाई खा के सो गई। मुझे फिर नहीं कुछ पता कि क्या हुआ क्या नहीं। सवेरे कॉल आई है कि ऐसे ऐसे तुम्हारी लड़की का एक्सीडेंट हो गया है और अभी तक ना ही कोई दिखाया, ना कोई सुनवाई करी, ना ही बताया कि कहाँ है कहाँ नहीं है। कभी कंजावला, कभी सुल्तानपुरी, कभी कहीं ले जा रहे। सुबह से मेरे को कहीं भी नहीं दिखाया मेरा बच्चा। मेरे को सुबह से ये टाइम हो गया, मेरा बच्चा नहीं दिखाया इन्होंने।
My colleague Shrishti has filed a report showing the condition of both the vehicles after the incident. In fact, we've been reporting on this story since 5 p.m. this evening. The pictures are horrific. The CCTV image showing that the body of this 20-year-old was dragged for several kilometers.
तस्वीर आप यहाँ पर देखिए और ये वही गाड़ी है जिससे ये एक्सीडेंट यहाँ पर हुआ है। तस्वीरों के जरिए हम आपको लगातार दिखाने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं। हमारे सहयोगी जो हैं वो उज्जवल यहाँ पर मौजूद हैं, वो आपको ये तस्वीरें यहाँ पर दिखा रहे हैं। आगे से आप देख सकते हैं कि गाड़ी बहुत ज़्यादा